up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Orlando Magic fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. We'll be doing a live play-by-play reaction, scoreboard, chat, you name it, we'll be doing it here. And how can you not be excited? Today was the NBA trade, the big last day of the NBA trade season, and it was underwhelming. No huge trades today. The Spurs made one trade, which we expected, not expecting what we got in return. Well, let me stand corrected. I did expect a second-round pick in return, but not one like in the future. And overwhelming, just a disappointing trade day. A lot of folks went live for hours for the trade deadline, and nothing big happened. That being said, I'm glad we kept our core. None of the maybe the not so fantastic for these days. Obviously Wemby was going anywhere, but Sohan, Johnson, Vassell are all still with the team. Some of you might not like that, but they're here, and we're going to root for them. Obviously, Kokushiba, good evening. Cowboy X Factor. Marcus Morris, not a fan at all. Ernesto, good evening. I don't know what the plan is, Ernesto. I assume to build through the draft. We have 1 million second-round picks. Correction, now we have 1,000,001 with the trading of Doug McDermott. So I don't know. I wasn't expecting a big move like Keldon and multiple first-round picks for a Trae Young. I really didn't think DeJounte Murray would come back, but I didn't think we would do... No, actually, I did think we'd do very little, and we did. Stuck for Devontae Graham. He's just going to sit on the bench and just do nothing for the rest of the year, pretty much. I did have expect. I checked out their videos. I go around the community. I'm not as active as I used to be because I have significantly less free time between the job, between YouTube, musician, hobbies, and of course, last but certainly not least, Miss TSR Sports. And I'm a dad because I got to take care of baby Coyote. So, between all that keeps me very busy. I don't have time to be as active as I used to be. Not news, Kobe. Yes, I saw that. I saw the Mavericks you guys made one or two moves. I don't remember what they were. While I was at work, I had Twitter over to my right, and I was refreshing Woj's Twitter feed like every 10 minutes to see if there would be a big trade, and if there was a non-Spurs trade, I was going to do a quick NBA short on a break. There wasn't anything really to talk about today, and then the Doug McDermott news hit. I want to say around 2:45-ish, maybe a little later than that. It was before the trade deadline, and I thought, you know what? I'll just do a video when I get out of this. Do it when I get out of work, and there you have it. There you have it. What's good, Andy? It's Thursday, which means tomorrow is Friday. I have a 3-day weekend because of the holiday coming up on Monday. Hopefully, some of you do as well, so I'm very excited for that. Yes, no Dougie Osterski, and we do have a viewer. She's not in here right now, but you've probably seen her in the chat. Her name is Veronica. I can only imagine what she's going to say when she stops in the chat tonight. She was Dougie's biggest fan, and I felt bad. I forgot to mention the video. I had done 2 takes of that video that I did for the channel today, and in the first take, I remembered to mention Doug McDermott is going back to the Pacers. He played 3 years with Indiana before coming to San Antonio, and then in the second take, I forgot to mention it. Crud. I do remember him coming from Indiana. Yeah, so I guess he's going home. It's not the team that drafted him, but he's going back to where he was and hopefully plays well there. That's right. All right, CXF. Gotcha. No, we did not get Bobo. No Bobo for us. Yes, Stephanie. Kobe got a statue and we got Marcus Morris. One of these things is not like the other. Yeah, I caught it. Yes, Sersky, I caught it. Jamie goes first. Go. It's always nice to see videos do really well out of the game on the channel. We do very good on the channel for a smaller channel that covers what's only been a losing team since this channel has started. But when you see a video there's hype on the video, there's excitement or frustration or somewhere in somewhere in the middle between the two. It was really fun to see you guys kind of just like a lot of you kind of scratching your heads like, what do we do today? That's it? That's the move? Yep, that's the move. It opens a roster spot for the Spurs. A lot of folks are saying maybe Dominic Parlow will get promoted from a 2-way contract to an NBA contract, or maybe we take a chance on somebody else. With Dougie coming out of the bench, that's going to take away some floor spacing. He is, or actually was, I think, our most efficient three-point shooter. So taking him off the bench, our bench unit already has problems. I don't know who's going to supplement that offense. Malachi Branham has been very up and down, and he hasn't played defense either, so I suppose he could be Dougie 2.0. Does that mean Sidy Cissoko is finally going to get some minutes? I'd like to see him on the court. And what the heck we got to lose? We already lost 40-plus games. With one more. Geo77, Go Spurs, go to you. I thought the Bulls were going to do something. They did nothing. I thought the Hawks were going to do something. Nothing. I think a lot of people, really, when you look at the NBA going to the trade deadline, I think a lot of people expected the Bulls to make a move. They expected the Hawks to make a move, probably blowing it up in the case of those two teams. And I think a lot of people thought the Lakers were going to add something to the roster, and they didn't do anything. I've not. People are saying, I see fans saying we should go after Killian Hayes. I haven't seen anything official on that as yet, so wait and see on that one. Be very careful with the internets. There's constantly NBA analysis on the web. It'll say the Spurs go after this person, then all of a sudden it becomes a rumor. It's like, well, it's just one person thinking what the team should do. It doesn't make it a rumor. Doug about shoot better with Tyree. Yeah, he should play well in Indiana. Victor Wembanyama. Fashion flexing. Good evening to you. Pacers. Well, how do you really feel, San Antonio Hotspur? Wemby will not wait to build through draft. We need to sign only if NBA. I mean, hopefully we can get a top 3 pick this season, or this year, should I say? And if that's a stud, and the rest of the guys play a little more consistently, looking at Jeremy Sohan, Devin Vassell, and Cullen Johnson, because when they're on, they play very well. Unfortunately, it's night or day what you're going to get. I think I saw Jeremy Sohan in the last 5 games is shooting 20% from 3, or maybe even worse. For the Spurs, Champagnie, Sohan, Wemby, Vassell, Jones, the usual starting 5 of the Spurs come into the game with a 10-41 record. And they're going to cut the commercial, not show us the Magic lineup, but I presume it'll be Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Wagoneer, some of you call him, Paulo Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. That was the lineup last time we played the Magic, a week ago. I expect that to be the same one tonight. Student of the Saber, I'm doing pretty good. Ron, a good evening to you. We did not do anything yet. This was a bad trade deadline for us. We could have gotten a vet. We have to look at it from both perspectives. Maybe the Spurs were trying to get somebody. We haven't really heard a lot of news yet on what and if they were trying to do. Maybe teams were asking for too much in return. Maybe the Spurs did inquire about maybe Trae Young, and they said, Trae Young, we want Calvin Johnson, Devin Vassell, all of our picks back that we gave you, plus 2 more unprotected first-round picks. Yes, I'm being a little carried away, but what the Hawks may have been asking for, but that could have happened too. There may have been players they're looking for, and teams know we have a plethora of first-round picks. We have way too many second-round picks, and teams, they might have asked for too much, and Brian, might have just said, you know what? I'll just stick with what I have. I'm not giving up, not giving up a whole bunch of stuff for just this one asset. Would you want Spurs to look into Hayes or Booking? Joe Dindo? Exactly. I can't believe the Pistons won a game. I had no idea Jay Money won last night. We need to remember that while our star is young, he's still a big man. If we can do anything fast and we need to. We can't rush the rebuild. Cowboy X Factor in the chat is a Dallas Mavericks fan. Cowboy X Factor, I'm sure you would agree the Mavericks probably rushed the Lucas thing a little bit too much by bringing Kristaps Porzingis in. I don't want to do that. I don't want to say, okay, let's make the Spurs a contender immediately this year. Well, not this year, but next season. It is a process. It's not something you just throw together with a couple trades. We've seen that with the Lakers. I don't want to be the Lakers. The Lakers traded the farm away for Russell Westbrook, plopped him in there with LeBron and AD, and thought, well, we got a championship team with the big 3, and that blew up in their face. Huge. They weren't even a play-in team with 3 Hall of Famers. I don't want the Spurs to make the same kind of mistake where they think, okay, we gotta win now. Well, let's do everything we can to win, and then they trade away a bunch of pieces, a bunch of draft picks, throw some guys together, and hope that all those pieces make a perfect puzzle. It doesn't always work like that. And it didn't for LA. It doesn't work for a lot of other teams. Build. You gotta just don't rush the build is all I'm saying. I know it sucks losing the last 4 years and now this year, but I don't want us to rush it at the detriment that now we've become a mid-team, good enough to make the playoffs, never good enough to win it all, and then 5 or 6 years, Wemby's leaving the team and everything just starts to crumble and fall apart. So that's all I'm saying. I don't know. They're definitely going to buy out Morris, which, I already threw a tantrum in the video I did earlier for the channel. If you guys want to see me throw a little hissy fit, just watch that video about Morris being bought out. Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, Wendell Carter Jr. are the starters for the Magic as expected. Does Smith didn't work out? Oh, you're referring to Jay Money? Important. You're referring to Okay, what I mentioned with the Mavericks, it was a mistake that didn't work out, but it got us to the Western Conference Finals with Dinwiddie, who got bought out today. Oh, I didn't know he did. Timeline should be faster for big man. Not. I respect the timeline faster, but don't want to rush it to the point where it's a detriment to the team. If that makes sense. You know what? No, we should rush it. I'm happy for him too, Free J. I'm very happy for Dougie going back to the team he was with before the Spurs. I hope he plays well in Indiana. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on that Cowboy X Factor. I really just I said everything I'm going to say today about Marcus Morris. I don't want him living in my head rent-free and really just do a bunch of videos on him. I got everything I need to say about him today. Players on the court, and away we go. I'm going to assume, Anthony, the losing's not going to continue next season, that the team will be much better, and then year 3 will be a playoff team. That's the goal. Better next year, significantly better, and then year 3 we're a playoff team. Phil's in the chat, who's actually going to miss Slug McDormand. J Money says hashtag free Graham, as in free Devontae Graham. I'm shocked he didn't get moved. Yes, we would have gotten very little for him, but he's not playing. No, we didn't, Mr. Ziva. Good one. Gabriel, good evening to you. Spurs lead the series 49-21 all time. Not the same Spurs teams that were piling up those wins, and certainly it's not the same Magic team this year. Spurs won the jump ball, though. We'll start off. Julian Champagny over to Wemby. Wemby's going to get in the post. Working on WCJ. Out to Trey Jones. We have 4 on the shot clock to Devin Vassell. Vassell, step over 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. And Banchero with the rebound. No, I Cowboy Sector, look, I know you love Jambo and Lombardo. They're going to slowly work their way back into the channel when appropriate. Don't want to rush it. It is Magic Ball. We're all tied up at 0. So, yay. The ball's going to get knocked out of bounds off of Sohan, and it's going to stay with Orlando. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, you didn't know! Roy, good evening to you. By the way, I don't know what to do with this microphone. I checked it today, and this blue mic, while it's good for podcasting, absolutely cannot handle me yelling. I practiced the Marco Bellinelli thing a couple times, and it just totally died. That three-point attempt is no good. Going to stay up the Spurs. Wagner with the 3, no good. Out of bounds, still with the Spurs. No, Phil, probably his contract was the problem. Jack, go Spurs, go to you. Coyote, sure, he'll miss Doug McDermott. Nice inbound pass to Franz Wagner, and the Magic are on the board to Zippy. Toby, good evening to you. Yes, Sirski, I have a feeling it's going to be sooner than later. We're going to be good again. Oh, boy. Wemby with the runner, no good. Next year, maybe play-in range, and then I fully expect top 8 team in year number 3. They get the ball into Banchero in the paint. He turns around, banks it off the glass. It's good. It is 4-0 Magic up. We're still looking for our first bucket. Who's going to get Dougie's... Oh, why is it... ESPN, update your stuff. Oh, shizzle. Well, apparently I got to hit refresh now. Just once, though. All right. Spurs just got their first basket. I didn't two-shot that as I was trying to get the players on the board updated. My apologies, but the Spurs are down 4-2. Make that 7-2 as I was still fidgeting around. And Wendell Carter Jr. for 3. 7-2. Spurs down by 5. Jeremy Sohan's going to try to get to Wemby. It's going to go out of bounds. And it'll be Spurs ball. And I got to put my phone on silent or I'm going to be hearing Miss TSR texting me all night, which I do like Miss TSR texting me, but I don't want to be distracted during the game, and she wouldn't want me to be. All right, Spurs ball. Wait, 7-0? We lose our bucket? It says 7-0 now. Where'd our bucket go? What the hell? We're losing points? Vassell for 3. In and out. Trey Jones with not with the rebound, as Wendell Carter rips it out of his hands. What happened to our bucket? What's up, Goose Me? Well, we got 0. Banchero gets a dunk in the paint. Pop's going to call a timeout. Ooh, I thought we had a basket. Am I confused? I was fidgeting around trying to get this fixed, and maybe I don't know what the hell happened. To me, another tank season next year because it's a good class, and then compete. For sure, soon though, they wouldn't have extended pop for 5 years. It was going to try to compete. That's fair, Mr. Z. So unhappy with the Spurs. More, yeah, he did, Ozzy. What would be a jerk is 0 versus 11 in football? What? I'm not. What would be a jerk is 0 versus. What would be a jerk? I'm totally confused. Cowboy X Factor. I must be reading it wrong. Where did our basket go? What did I miss? That's what I want to know. No, Veronica's probably crying very hard. So the blue ice mic I got, Cowboy X Factor, I can't yell. If I get too loud, it just cuts out. It's not like the old mic where it would just distort and get loud. This just doesn't pick up the audio whatsoever. So while it's clear for speaking, it is not good for yelling. So maybe I'll just have to yell into my hands. I don't know. Anthony with the $2 super chat says, no more tanking, no more excuses. Start winning. Well, I've never been on Team Tank, for the record. You guys been on this channel for 3 months or 3 years. I've never condoned tanking. I've always said, do your best to try to win. If we're bad in the process and get a lottery pick, so be it. But I've never sat here and said I want our team to lose. I will never, ever sit here and say I want any team I follow. The Spurs, the Giants, the Yankees. I'll never sit here and say, oh, I really hope they lose tonight. I hope they lose 25 games in a row. Oh, maybe we'll never win a game again. I don't know I'm doing that voice. I'm not making fun of you guys. I'm just being stupid. Looks like Slug McDormand was the glue guy because we're falling apart with him on the bench. You know what, Brian? I'm not exactly cool with the roster. I think the bench has maybe, well, not maybe. The bench has major issues. And I don't like the starting lineup. Listen, no shade thrown at Julian Champagny. Wish him the best. Dude's not a starter. He's not a starter at all. He's gotten a little better as the season progressed. He's not a long-term starter whatsoever. So why he's in there is beyond me. Or I should get the Blue Yeti. Oh. I was saying someone would be a jerk saying, let's do 0 versus 11. Okay. Gotcha. Some people like the tanking, Anthony. That's not me. Good evening, Jorge. Yep, 9-0 start, Kokoshibo. 9-0 start. He ain't even a G League start. Ernesto, I would argue that Julian Champagny can start in the G League. Should not be starting in the NBA. I did, Jorge. Jeremy Sohan added to the Rising Stars. Apparently he's going to play against Wemby. Champagny for 3. Show me wrong, dude. All right. Prove me wrong and I like it. Make me suck at Champagny. Wait a minute. No. That's not... That... I'm shut. 9-3. Magic up by 6. And that 3's no good by... Suggs. And now blocked by Wemby. It's the Magic get the ball back, and now the bodies are hitting the floor. 4 seconds on the shot clock from the Magic. This is very chaotic. Jalen Suggs the ball, pulled up for 2. That one's no good. Sohan with the rebound. You never like tanking, but you did say why the front office would want it, and that's not good for the player's mentality. Exactly. I get maybe the 1 year for Wemby. There should be no other tanking. Like this season, all this losing cannot be good. I did say what I said. No, Marcus Morris is not on the court. Come on now. He is not gonna play 1 minute for the Spurs. I would be shocked if he suits up at all. As a deflection by Trey Jones, Spurs with the ball. Wemby gets it up to Trey and throws it behind his back and out of bounds. Turnover Spurs. Mr. Z, that's arguable on the tanking. I'm assuming you're referring to when David Robinson missed 76 games. Could the Spurs maybe have brought him back a little earlier? Possibly. And for the record, we got lucky. Let's not act like we didn't have some luck twice. The Spurs were the 3rd worst overall team when they won the lottery to get Tim Duncan. That could have easily gone a different way. And then maybe we have 0 championships. We were the 3rd worst team with Wemby. As he tries an alley-oop to Wemby, misses the shot. The foul, no good. It is Magic ball. We were the 3rd worst team with winning the lottery to get Wemby. That could have easily gone wrong and we weren't the first overall pick. We had some luck. Let's not be naive. You can say tank all you want. That could have went a whole different way. And I'm happy we were lucky. Don't get me wrong. I'm ecstatic. We were able to get David Robinson in the 80s. We were able to get Tim Duncan in the 90s and Wemby last year. But we had a little bit of luck. And I'll take it. Good evening, Greg. Thanks for stopping in. TSR would quit calling Spurs game this season. Marcus Morris, the jerk, plays him there. No, I wouldn't. Well, Toby, I was not expecting to get to the playoffs. Some fans were. And I think it's because of these guys. If you're old enough, the Spurs had the instant turnaround his rookie year. Wemby for 3, good. And then when Duncan came in, it was an instant turnaround. But we have to remember, David Robinson came back from injuring Duncan's rookie year. I think some people had lofty expectations. Well, Wemby's here, so we're going to have the same turnaround. David came into a team of vets. Tim came into a team of vets. Wemby's coming into a team of young guys like himself. Is Trey Jones going to draw a foul? It's not. We can't compare the two. I'm off on a rant here. Might be something front office knows about a prospect next year. I don't know who, Adrian. Tanking is about pure luck. We need to get pieces for Wemby. We should not rely on being a high pick again, because you never know. Look at that vision from Champagne. Billy, listen, I like everybody on our roster. I just don't like some of the way they play at times. Like Zach Collins off the bench and as a starter has been very disappointing this year. As we have 2 free throws coming up for Wendell Carter Jr. Champagne, honestly, I'd rather Keldon in the starting lineup. And, wow, Wemby's coming out already. Speaking of Zach Collins, he's checked in the game. I wish Keldon was still starting, but he's on the bench. It is what it is. I have no control over it. And the second one's going to roll around, and roll off the rim. It is Spurs ball, down by 6. Jeremy Sochan's going to drive in the paint. Throws up a very weird hook shot. But it went in. So, sure. Why not? Whatever. I don't care if the ball gets in as long as it goes in. All the way in. Pancaro pulls up for a jumper good. 14-8. We better not get no damn new name Nikola Arneso. Some people are hoping that Nikola Topic is our draft pick. Hey, but Blake Wesley's checked in already. All right. Sohan's open for a corner 3. Oh, his 3-point shooting has been off the last 5 or so games. Spurs made the Western Conference Finals in David Robinson's first year, right? I don't believe it was the WCF. Was it the semifinals? I don't know. Fletcher says congrats to him exactly. Jeremy Abdul-Jabbar. Nice. Karku 3, I don't know. Oh, Zach Collins gets knocked on the floor. No foul on Wendell Carter Jr. It is Spurs ball, down by 6. Devin way out in 3-point land, 8 on the shot clock. I really have no answer. Giving out to Collins for 3. Yeah, he missed. Wesley gets the ball, though. Gets it into Sochan. Sochan back to Wesley. Wesley drives in the paint. And back out. Gets it to an open Keldon in the corner. Come on, Keldon. Make your threes. A fight for the rebound. And Sochan gets the offensive board. And now we're actually going to have a jump. Whoa! Ooh, Sochan gets thrown to the ground by Wendell Carter Jr. Ooh, things are getting chippy out there. So Sochan tries to get the rebounds, got Wendell Carter Jr. with him. They both get tied up with the ball. And Sochan pulls the ball away and fell down. Well, I like the fight. That's a good fight considering how bad we are. And actually, the technicals on the Magic. Vassell at the free throw line blew the free throw. What's up, Odyssey? Oh, Paul, come on now. Well, he has a defensive turnstile. You know, the chat's getting quite full of you guys arguing. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. I don't want to see that in the chat all night. If you guys want to do that, go to Twitter somewhere and have a private conversation. But I like to keep things a little more positive, if you will. Greg, I mean, it seems like he does that sometimes. Archer 3, you've been a Thunder fan the whole time. You stayed with the Thunder the whole time, and you guys you're having a great rebuild. Fantastic, dare I say. Wesley's going to start to drive. Runner is good. All right, Blake, I see you from here. Billy, a lot of folks are frustrated with Devin. I get it. He got the huge contract extension. Your expectations have gone up. Orlando almost turns the ball over 5 minutes, and this is a very low-scoring game, 14-10. Carter drives, throws it up off the glass, no good. Keldon with the rebound. Spurs ball. Only down by 4. I'd like to see us close this first quarter out strongly. Maybe with a lead be nice. Slam pull-up jumper in the paint. Gonna roll around and roll off the rim. Apples and bananas, I expect Marcus Morris to get bought out. Why not, Jack? Good evening to you. Spurs getting out-rebounded 11-6 as this corner three is no good by Suggs. Another rebound for the Magic, and now we're going to have a foul on either Sohan or Collins. Pooh Richardson. Wow, I remember Pooh Richardson. You're going back. That was the 90s, I think? No, Serge Morris will be gone very, very soon. Even though I hate OKC, they're playing beautiful basketball and have a bright future. I'm looking forward to years of rivalry games with them. Agree, Phil, 110%. And they got a superstar in SGA. Chet Holmgren's looking great in his, what officially I guess is his rookie year. There's a lot of good things happening for OKC. SG Sports Talk Channel, what's going on? He said, go Magic. We do have some free throws coming up, and the first one is missed by Jalen Suggs. OKC's the blueprint. I agree. F Spurs. Well, that's not going to get you a lot of love in here. I welcomed you, and then you got to be rude. Come on, man. I think Barlow's going to get a contract. I agree. No 55, our boxing out is quite awful. Both free throws are no good, though, so it is Spurs ball. Devin way out on three-point land with 14 on the shot clock, looking for a screen from Keldon. Going to get it. Back to Keldon. Keldon's going to drive and get the ball stripped from his hands. It's going to be a turnover. And now a foul, I think, on the Spurs down the other end. No, wait. This is going to go against Orlando. Spurs ball. Fletcher says very ugly. Very, very ugly start of the game. 14-10. 14-10. We got 10 points. Vassell the ball. 9 on the shot clock. He's just going to launch a jumper. Contested jumper, and that's no good. Wesley with the rebound. And that's one criticism I've seen. That's actually going to foul on us. One criticism I've seen on Devin Vassell, and more I am seeing it myself. He likes to take contested jumpers, and those contested jumpers aren't always going in. A lot of people are mentioning Killian Hayes. Is he available? Was he bought out? What's going on with Killian Hayes? 14-10, 3.5 minutes to go. You get the ball into Boncaro, one-on-one with Keldon Johnson. Pull-up jumper over him is an air ball. And Blake Wesley with the rebound. Blake will bring it up the court. This is some awful offense on both teams. Over to Chetty Osman for 3. That's in and out. Are we going to finish this quarter with 10 points? The Magic have 0 points in the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Both these teams are playing awful. Angles for 3. Well, of course they score as soon as I say they had 0. He was released. Oh. Yeah, Ken, another back-to-backer. By the way, if you guys haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so fast. It's fast, free-point, nutritious, and delicious, and it does help the channel. Collins gets a little jumper on the paint, so as soon as I mention the offenses are anemic, both teams score. And a quick bucket down the other end. Or was that a miss? I guess that was a miss. I didn't even see what happened. It happened so fast. I think the Magic had a miss on a break. And Zach Collins is going to get fouled. 2:35 to go. Killian Hayes got bought out. Let me look Killian Hayes up. I'm not overly familiar with him, but you guys have mentioned him on the channel before. So let me look him up. Killian, I'll be back. Only in a rerun. Killian Hayes. All right, he's young. I see he just started playing in 2021. Killian. Oh, it's pronounced Kill-Ian. Killian Hayes. 6'5" point guard. All right, already he's taller than me, so that's a good start. He has played 4 years in Detroit. Oh, his lifetime shooting percentage is atrocious. Oh my. He's a lifetime 38% shooter from the field. A 28% shooter from beyond the arc. Averages 2.9 rebounds a game, 5.2 assists, 1.2 steals, 0.4 blocks, and 2 turnovers. And 8.1 points a game. My man shot 28% from the three last year, taking almost 4 threes a game. I mean, our floor spacing has issues now with teams daring Trey Jones to shoot, and they're going to start daring Jeremy Sohan to shoot again as well because he's been atrocious from three of late. Do you guys really want us to go after a guy that is an abysmal three-point shooter? He's 28% for his career, but he's also not hitting his 2-point shots. My man is a 38% shooter from the field lifetime. That is really bad. I mean, I don't know his game. Maybe you guys know something I don't know about him. But right now, just at least statistically speaking, it's not moving the needle for old TSR right now. I'm just saying. It's a little rough. His game looks like it needs some refinement. I don't know. Billy Yo with a $15 super chat says, thanks for sticking around even though the Spurs are just so bad right now. LOL. Billy Yo, thank you so much. You're going to get a boot from Coyote for that. Boop. Appreciate that. I love the team. I haven't seen you on the chin line, I don't think, too much. Maybe I had a different name, but I do this because I love the Spurs. I love the Giants. I love the Yankees. I just like creating things. I've been, ever since I was little, like maybe 7 or 8 years old, and have like a boombox with a cassette recording like fake little movies and stories. I've always loved creating content. I've been on YouTube since 2006, not as this channel, TSR Sports, but I just enjoy making content, creating things, and for sports, hanging out with you guys to talk about the team. After this year, we'll become the 32nd team at 3. I know, Muhammad, we're losing our best 3-point shooter. Change of scenery could help, Bill, but that dude can't shoot, and that concerns me a lot. It might be a change of scenery, but the basketball hoop's still going to be the same, and you still need to put the ball in the hoop. And he's not good at it. He's a good Spurs and not a rehab center. That runner is no good by Cole Anthony. And the Magic get the ball back. Another offensive rebound, and the putback is good. 19-12. We can't rebound. I'm saying not pick up clean, but he's pretty much like the rest of the squad. What, he can't shoot? Was that Blake Wesley for 3? Or was that Kelman? I looked away for a second. Dang it, we hit a 3. And almost a steal by Blake Wesley. I'm liking, Blake's scrappy. He's young. He's got a lot to work on. His free throw shooting is a freaking nightmare. Blake is shooting, I think, 48% from the line this year, which is totally unacceptable for NBA. Forget NBA point guard, NBA player. That's below Shaq level. That's a miss for the Magic. It is Spurs ball. 1.5 to go. 19-15. Kelman's going to drive in the paint. Throw it up off the glass. And good 2-point game. Marauders, good evening to you. Some okay parts of Killian's game are defense and playmaking passing. But in Detroit, some fans call him killing me, Hayes. You're killing me, Hayes? Fair. Hayes is a beast. For those of you that say he's good, I'm going to take your word for it. You've seen him play. But looking on paper, we can't afford to have somebody that's a shooting, a shooting liability on the floor. I'll just leave him open all day and all day and all the night. What a fight in the paint, and finally a foul on Jonathan Isaac as him and Collins are going at it. It was Wesley for 3. Thank you, R.A. I thought it was Blake for 3, but then the NBA League Pass immediately showed Kelman after they made 3. And usually, when a player makes a bucket, when you cut to a player, it's that player that scored. And seeing Kelman totally threw me off. I was like, wait, I thought I saw Blake shoot that. Now they're showing Kelman. Did I miss something? Jonathan Isaac going the line for 2. Getting waved at, no, getting waved does not inspire confidence. And Steph Curry is 6 of 6 of threes in the first quarter. There is a reason why a bad Detroit squad traded him, and now his new team is waving him. That's a good point. Just like people keep saying go after Bobo. I'm like, Bobo's been on 3 different teams already. It's not good. He made 1 out of 2. Minute to go. Spurs down by 3. The Magic are in the bonus. Blake Wesley will bring it up for San Antonio. Drops it off for Malachi Brick Branham. Just kidding, Malachi. I love you, but hope you start playing better. Malachi for 3. Well, you missed. So way to prove me right on the brick. Bobo's better than Wemby. The ESPN did not say that, did they, Zach? I know Shaq has said he can do the same thing, but please tell me ESPN never said that. It is Magic ball. 36 on the shot clock. Wagner with the ball, going to drive in the paint, throws up the layup, and it's no good. That was Moritz Wagner. It is Spurs ball. Well, welcome back, random kid. Keldon with the ball right near the midcourt line, 14 on the shot clock. A rough first quarter if you like offense. I'm not saying this was a good defensive quarter either. Just more bad basketballing. Keldon just now going to launch a 3. Tied game. Man, he's so streaky. Yeah, Hayes flat out released. And Victor Wembanyama is in the chat. Well, he's on the sideline. Dang it. Why? Why is it at the end of every quarter or half somebody hits a 3 on this? Why? Joe Ingles drops a 3, and now instead of a tied game, we're down by 3. What the deuce? Yes, random kid, Blake Wesley hit a 3. Every end of freaking quarter or half, it feels like somebody's dropping 1 on us. Constant has the Northern Star, right? Well, still, we're down only 3, so in that retrospect, it's a good start. Hey, I gotta get 2 up there. Where's my 2? I can't drop my deuce. There we go. Picking up Killian off waivers would be low risk, high reward. I wonder if we could manufacture one of these young players to Bruce Bowen 2.0. Worked for us in the past. Look, I'm not opposed to the Spurs picking him up. I'm really not. I don't remember seeing him ever do anything in the NBA. He's on the Pistons, where I only watch 2 games a year. And the Pistons are quite forgettable. I'm sure many people would say something about the Spurs this year, so I just don't remember a darn thing about his game. Fletcher says, we have 1 million second rounders. Are you kidding me? We've got 1 million. By the way, Selena, how you doing tonight? You feeling good? When you're ready, come and get it. Those buzzer beaters, you know what they feel like, my friends? They feel like this. Why do players turn into Michael Jordan at the end of quarters against the Spurs, right? We do have a lot of second-round picks. We're not at 4. We didn't make 50 thumbs up before the end of the first. Oh, I can't believe we don't have 1 million people here for the Spurs versus the Magic. Oh, my gosh. Nobody cares about this game except for us. And we're here, and that's what matters. But I want to pull up the Spurs picks over the next 5 years. Draft picks upcoming. All right, I've searched for that before. We'll go to fanspo.com. Future draft picks for the Spurs. All right, so this year we have 3 first-round picks. The Hornets is lottery protected. Forget it. We're not getting that, Spurs fans. The Toronto pick is 1 through 6 lottery protected. No chance on that. We have 1 second-round pick. And then in 2025, we have Atlanta's pick unprotected. We have Chicago's pick protected 1 through 10 and our own. And then we have 3 second-round picks in 2025. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 second-round picks in 2026. 5 second-round picks in 2026. We have a couple in 2027. We have 4 in 2028 and then 1 in 2029. So, yeah, we've got some second-round picks coming up sooner than later. We got a lot of unprotected picks coming up, though, too. Those Atlanta picks could be tasty depending on how Atlanta season plays out. Are all our players younger than 25? No. Zach Collins is not under 25. Mr. Z. Zach is not. Why is my clock not running? There we go. Zach is 26 or 27. So that everybody else. We're not counting Marcus Morris. He's not going to play for the Spurs. As Wemby took a shot in the face. It is Spurs ball. And do we have anybody else that's over 25 besides Zach Collins? Wemby pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Good. That's all right, Mr. Z. Collins is 26. Possible 5 first-round picks in 25. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that. Did I say that? I guess the pick's rolling over, so yeah, okay. Magic turned the ball over. Spurs ball. Marcus Morris, he's getting bought out. Dougie's gone, Greg. Dougie got traded today. I did a pretty probably one of the angrier videos I've done directed at Marcus Morris on the channel today. If you haven't watched that, give it a chance during halftime. But Dougie's gone. There is no Dougie. There is no Spoon. So we're the youngest team before. Now we're even younger with the 32-year-old Doug McDermott gone. And Morris, once he's cut, obviously. And shot clock violation for the Spurs. That's turnover. She is sad, Zach. Extremely sad, I'm sure. I don't know if we'll see her tonight. She might not want to talk about it. I'm not going to troll her if she comes in. I'm not like that. I expect him to get traded. I think we all did. He's on a winning team now. Good luck in Indiana. Gets to play with Tyrese Halliburton. Oh, they'll have fun. Wirtz Wagner in the paint. Throws it up against Wemby, and it's going to roll around the rim and go in. 25-22. Kokushibo, those are most games. All right, Greg, safe flight. You're heading up my way in the Northeast. Trey Jones is in the game again. Going to try to get into Wemby. They'll get the ball to Wemby. Wemby will start to drive. Ooh, almost carried. They'll get it over to Chetty Osman instead for 3. Tie game? He come from Indiana. Dougie was with Indiana. This is his 3rd year with San Antonio. Dougie came from Indiana before us, yes. Who shot that for the Magic? Who the heck was that? Gary Harris with the bucket. Off the glass. Good. 27-25, under 10 minutes to go. And the Magic have a 2-point lead as Malachi Branham will drive into the paint. Gets it to Wemby. Wemby's going to fly through there. Goes for the dunk. Can't get it. A little too much flying. Lost the ball. That is, I think that might be a turnover. I don't know if that's going to count as a shot. Isaac with the ball will get it around to Mr. Harris. And Harris with the 3. No good. Rebound will fall into the hands of headband power Malachi Branham. Nagai Franklin, thank you for stopping in. Tycoon, good evening. Wemby with the ball starts to drive and passes it right to Joe Ingles. That's another turnover. Wow. Pop's going to call a timeout. He's not happy. Helldivers 2, while listening to your Spurs coverage. Pretty good night. Well, thank you, David. I'm not familiar with Helldivers 2, but that sounds like a video game. Or a scuba documentary? The turnovers are a bit much. It's been a problem all year for Wemby. He's had games where that problem hasn't arisen. But Victor, as good as he is, turnovers have been an issue, whether it's a bad pass, whether it's not seeing a defender behind him. He's been a little turnover prone, averaging over 3 a game. And tonight, he's only got credit for 1. So, okay. And oddly enough, looking at the Spurs, the starting lineup all has minuses. The bench has positives tonight. The starting lineup has scored 8 points. The bench has scored 12. Wow. I feel like there was a recent game where I was looking at a stat line like this where the bench was outscoring the starting lineup. That is not going to get you a lot of victories in the NBA if your bench is outscoring the starters. No bueno. Let's knock that off. Toby, he'll work on that. It's just going to be, it's a video game. Okay, I figured. He's going to be turnover prone this year. He'll fix it in the offseason a bit. Yeah, I mean, we're not competing with the Mavs this year. Flex or assist. In a couple years, we'll be laying smackdown on them. I don't think Hayes can be signed to a 2-way contract based on his NBA tenor, can he? Aren't there some rules about that? I know some fans want him. He's not moving the needle for me. Free J, as of late, the The talk is about Killian Hayes being signed by us. March 3rd will play the Pacers at home, so it's going to feel good. Dougie and San Antonio. Kokushiba, the bench has been bad. If the bench has been bad and they're outscoring the starters, you know what that means? It means the starters have been even worse tonight. I haven't been trashing the bench. What do you want me to say? Generally, they're rocking minuses every game. -5, -10. All right, fine. The bench has been great. The Spurs are the best three-point shooting team in the NBA. Our defense is fantastic. We never give up second-chance rebounds. Better? I don't know, Kokushibo. Happy Friday Eve is right. Happy upcoming 3-day weekend. I'm excited. I actually have back-to-back 3-day weekends. I got next Monday off and the following Monday off. So, good with that. Players 6'4" or less, 15-plus minutes. Percentage of field goals made that are layups or dunks. Markelle Fultz, 72%. Trey Jones, 59%. Both making the list of, well, guys that are, I guess, vertically challenged in the NBA. An alley-oop to Wemby, that's off the glass, way off. Wemby's going to get the loose ball, throw it up, and in. Nice shot by Wemby. What is Orlando's mascot? That's a good question. I think the mascot. It looks like it is a perineum. Spurs ball. Wemby's going to pass it out to Chetty Osman. Down by 4, 31-27. Back to Wemby for 3. That's going to be a bit short. Jonathan Isaac with the rebound. I know, Yasirski. Orlando ball. They're up. And now a block by Wemby. I don't know if that's going to be a steal or a block or both. A block. And Brandon with the ball is going to fall down. And foul on Cole Anthony. I remember Marquise Chris, the greatest San Antonio Spur of all time, Zach. Absolutely, Marquise Chris. And what was he with us for one day? Yeah, the weird thing is, remember when the Spurs had a guard surplus? And we had way too many guards, and now, Trey Jones for 3. He's been chucking a lot of threes as of recent. Not particularly a fan of it. I mean, I guess you're going to practice your threes, you might not practice them in game, right? Bonnier for a bucket off the glass and foul. That's an and 1. Magic up by 6. That's the biggest lead of the game. Zach, the Spurs trade. That was one trade. Meanwhile, Sean Elliott and Ben Land are bored with the game and are just chit-chatting it up with artists. Are they, Albert? Are they bored? Are Sean Elliott and Bill Land not even paying attention to the game? I'll admit, I've been talking to you guys a bit more than calling the game because, I mean, the Spurs season is over and the Magic, and they're playing well this year. I don't do anything for me. Yes, we had too many guards. That was the logo for the Spurs. The San Antonio guards. Juwan, they shouldn't be shooting threes. It's turnover on Jeremy Sohan. Malik Rose is not coming out of retirement. Marquise Chris like he was supposed to be the next, be up next, but he never did anything. Legend says Spurs still waiting for some draft and stash prospects to come into the States. Are we now? Anybody in particular? Magic ball, 4 on the shot clock. And they're getting into Moritz Wagner in the paint. He's going to get it up off the glass, and it's good. This is the biggest lead of the game. Oh, the last few years. Oh, that's fair. Andy who? Trade official? I figured it was. Malika Brandon with the ball. Pull-up jumper in the paint. Good. 36-29. One of the Lopez from Buckets got traded for Cap, and yet Thanasis. Yep, Thanasis. Well, of course Thanasis is still there. His brother's there. I know you could say the other Lopez is there, but Giannis greater than. Turnover for the Magic, and then Trey Jones gets pushed in the back, and that's going to be a foul on the Orlando Magic. Why do they keep showing the 6'4" or less stat in the NBA? This is the third time they put up. I get the idea. I know, we used to draft nothing but guards, but now it's all Primo's fault. I'll take a second rounder cash for Doug. And y'all thought we couldn't get a second. I said we could get a second rounder for Doug Odyssey. We're not going to get a first rounder for him. That's for darn sure. DC 715. It's pronounced Wagner or Wagoneer. And we just call a timeout. Science family, thank you very much. Giannis owns that organization. Hopefully, yeah, he kind of does. He does at the moment. Trey is starting to look for his own shot more and more, Cash Blue. Kind of knows that lately. He's looking for a little bit more of his own shot. That's kind of the team thing for the Spurs to do these days. You have a San Antonio Guards jersey? Every jersey I have, -1, is up on that wall. Well, I got a little jersey here, I suppose. I mean, Baby Coyote's wearing a little Spurs jersey. See? Beep, 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 beep. We need defense like this. You trying to go this way? No. This way? No. I mean, that's what our defenders need to hang out with Baby Coyote. And then, you go for a shot. He's blocking that shot. You're trying to pass it. He's going to kick it. I know that's illegal, but he's Baby Coyote, and he needs every little edge he can get, and the refs aren't going to be able to see it anyway because he's going to be down here under the ball. Heck, Baby Coyote, you're dribbling the ball, you're dribbling. He's just going to run under the dribble, and then just, headbutt the ball, and the next thing you're going to be like, where'd the ball go? That's right, Baby Coyote's going to have the ball, and then slam dunk that ball. That's right. This is what we need on the court. This is our starting point guard right here. Baby Coyote. Because I haven't bought one, Marco. That's why. I'm following them on eBay. And I don't want to spend over $100 for Tony Parker jersey, for being transparent. So I'm looking to find one for like 60-ish. Last time I checked Fanatics, they didn't have any, the replica type jerseys. So, I mean, it's not going to be a jersey, I think, that gets made often. So I should keep an eye on it, but I will eventually get one, but I'm happy with what I got right now. I hope we get the number 2 pick so we can have someone wear number 2 whose name isn't Kawhi. Well, just because they're the number 2 pick doesn't mean they're going to wear number 2. We miss Bryn Forbes' defense. Greatest defensive player of all time. Facts. It's been 12 days without a Spurs win, so not since January. Carlos Jeter, good evening. I think I do need a Chuck Norris, Jamie. I mean, everybody needs a good Chuck once in a while, right? I have a ton of Sohan rookie cards. Got news, he is a rising star player. He is a rising star player. I have 0 Jeremy Sohan rookie cards. Actually, the only Spurs cards I have from the last 5 years is I bought a team set in Keldon Johnson's second year. I don't think Devin Vassell's in there as a rookie. I got Trey Jones. I don't go to sports card stores anymore, and being up in New England, there's going to be very few Spurs things around. I just have to buy stuff on eBay, and just going on eBay and picking, like Leslie with the turnover, this just feels less, I don't know, less special when you're just buying it online. Like comic books, stuff like that, I prefer to buy in person just because there's something a little extra. As we're going to have a foul on, is that Wemby? Yep. I agree, Free J. He should not have been a replacement. He should have been on the rising star team, period. And Zach, I don't know, where we love buying out contracts, I guess. At the same time, because they're in the chat, they spoke badly. I don't think, well, they did have the Doug McDormand or Slug McDormand. Marcus Morris is not going to play for the team, Carlos. They're going to buy him out, which also irks me because we're going to give Marcus Morris probably millions of dollars to go somewhere else. I don't like the trade. I would rather just have Dougie finish out his season with the Spurs and then go somewhere else, but it is what it is. Spurs are clearing way for him. Who him? I didn't know Wagner's averaging 21 points a game. Franz Wagner, not Moritz. Made them both. 9-point game. And our offense is poo tonight. 29 points, that's it. Champagne with the ball, drives in the paint. An aggressive move and a nice layup. Where is this all the time, Julian? I'd like to see more of that. Instead of just standing, hanging out on the perimeter, attack the rim like you just did. That's a Julian Champagne I want to see on the court. I like that. Do more of that. Vancouver will get over to Suggs. I'm sorry, Carter. And now a turnover by the Magic. Blake Wesley in the paint. Layup good and one. Although Blake Wesley, mine's will be an and none. He's an atrocious free throw shooter, let me tell you. Keldon does not have the highest value for EJ. Victor Wembanyama has the highest value. After that, probably Devin Vassell. And then after that, Keldon. So if you really want the Spurs to make a trade, they should be trading Wemby. And we ain't doing that. And if you truly believe Devin Vassell the second best player, then he should be traded. I think we have over 20, so we have so many second-round picks. Wait, oh no, there she is! Veronica! I've been crying all day. I'm moving to Indiana. I'm sure you're actually probably upset about the trade. I know you're a huge Dougie fan. I'm sorry. I figured it would probably happen. I don't like the trade the Spurs made at all. I would have rather have kept them. That's a miss, and a foul by Suggs is no good, and we have another foul on the Spurs. Boncaro missed the shot. Suggs with the follow-up gets fouled. So for those that don't know, Veronica is a huge Doug McDermott fan. Probably the biggest Doug McDermott fan on the channel by far. And Dougie got traded today. So Spurs only going to be able to be for streaming. Gilbert for tonight. The rest of the year, they have, I think, 4 games on NBA TV. Everything else is League Pass or your local Bailey Sports Network or whatever it's on. Zach, I'm worried about that. I could see if they lose this year and next year and the following year, Wemby might say, hey, I want to go somewhere else. I'm going to stay hopeful that we turn things around sooner than later. And not this season, but we'll have another high draft pick next year. It's just we have a lot of places we need to fill. Champagne's going to take a 3. No good. Going to get fouled. Go to the line for not 1, not 2, 3 shots. Don't go to Philly for about a week. Fans are going crazy that they trade away Pat Bev. Really? They want to keep him? Okay. Boo Day, good evening. Be a brick and mortar. Oh, gotcha. The way people saying Wemby would want out, you can see the future. Please tell us when we will get better, not only negativity. When will we get better? Depends who we draft. You've got to, I'm sure OKC fans thought they were going to be terrible for forever. They're now pulling out of it. The Magic were awful recently. They're getting better. Why can't that happen for us? I'm just saying, those teams went with the young rebuild, did they not? The Magic did a cleaning house a few years ago. If it works for other teams, it can work for us. We got to have the right players in place, and I'm going to have faith that the Spurs organization will put the right players in place. If I'm wrong about that, well, then I'll probably make a 10-minute long rant video about how we screwed everything up and blah, blah, blah. I know Carlos lived in Puerto Rico. Exactly. Give it some time. Wemby's ministration gets lifted and his impact lowers. Brandon Lee, good evening to you. I'm always going to think of the actor / martial artist whenever I see your name, Bruce Lee's son, but that's not the worst thing to say. As Champagne going to line. Aren't we clear that midseason trains are to benefit the players? It will be great for Doug. I'm sure Dougie liked being in San Antonio, but wanted to go to a contender, and he's going back to the team he was with before San Antonio. I'm happy for him. I do feel bad for Devontae Graham, who's just sitting on the bench doing nothing. Absolutely nothing, which is you are about to become. Say goodbye to your 2 best friends, and I don't mean your pals in the Winnebago. Champagne at the line for one more. The Spurs are keeping this close tonight. Now, we did the same thing last night. We kept the game close, and then the fourth quarter, this team absolutely unraveled, fell apart, and lost the game. Hopefully that's not the case tonight. The Heat are a better team. Are the Heat better than the Magic, record-wise? Jeez, now I don't know. Yeah, no idea. Franz Wagner with the ball guarded by the Sohan, drives in the paint, throws up the layup around him. Good. 42-37. Sandro Mamukelashvili, Free J, I don't think he's going to get any more. Him and Graham are clearly buried on the bench as Blake Wesley thinks about a three. He's going to kick out the Sohan for three instead. Jeremy finally hits a three tonight. Who wants to trade for a guy that doesn't see the floor ever? You would think he's a liability. I think Graham could contribute to a contender as depth off the bench. He ain't contribute anything to us. That runner in the paint is good. Magic up 44-40. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Jeremy Sohan out to Wesley. Wesley's open for three. Going to take the three. Misses the three. And Collins swats the ball right to the Orlando Magic. Not the swat we're looking for. What a nice spin move. No finish by Wagner, but a nice move getting into the paint. Spurs get the ball up the court to get it to Sohan real quick, and he missed a layup at the rim. That's been Jeremy's biggest struggle, is finishing at the rim. Franz Wagner drives in the paint, has no trouble finishing as he slams it down. 46-43 and a half minutes to go. Vassell over to Champagny. Champagny back to Sohan. He's going to launch another three. In and out. My love had a limit. What in the what are you talking about in the chat? And I turned away and a huge dunk by the Magic. I don't know who dunked it, but I think we need to see a replay because the Magic are going nuts off the bench off of that play. I think it was Jalen Suggs with the dunk. Oh boy. Good evening, Leo. I want to see the replay. This is the previous play. Yeah, this is the previous play with Wagner with a dunk. Now they're showing the Suggs dunk. Yep. Collins was there, and he moved and then just kind of did one of these. Good. Good defense. Good defense. Mamu isn't a consistent shooter and not a good defender, but damn, if he's skilled, but he's been inconsistent. Ola Zaneb. We're down by 8. Pop should be mad. I mean, we're used to being down, aren't we? Mamu and Wemby on playing rosters will give broadcast teams aneurysms. Nice. I mean, Wembayama, Mamukelashvili, that's a lot. That's a mouthful. They're showing the Dwight Howard dunk that got them a win against our Spurs. I don't know when that was. I never did anything, though. I believe the Magic with Dwight Howard, did they make it to the finals one year? Rusa, Kobe's Lakers? I don't remember. I swore Dwight Howard and the Magic made it once. I don't think it was Kobe's and Shaq Lakers. I think it was just Kobe's Lakers, but I don't remember. It's so long ago now. Right, the like is right, Veronica. We need some thumbs up. We need some milk. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! All right, Spurs ball. Let's get going here. You know we don't have Doug in the league. We're 6-17 from 3. That's actually pretty good for us. Kerm, was that 2009? Johnson just threw up an air ball. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. Going to stay with the Magic. Marquise Chris, the legend. Kobe and Gasol Lakers. Okay. I figured it was Kobe's Lakers. I didn't think it was Shaq's Lakers because I felt that was too long ago. Kobe and Gasol Lakers. And alley-oop to Carter all over the place. I'm surprised he didn't travel there. The alley-oop was not successful, and he was just falling all over the place with the ball. Magic still have it. 4 on the shot clock, up by 8. Suggs pull-up jumper, good. And the Magic have hit David Robinson's number. Come on, Spurs. Finish the half strong, will you? Keldon over to Champagny. And he had to Collins. Collins in the post. Spins around. Little jumper is good. 50-42. Shaq and Dwight made it to the finals with Orlando each once, and both got swept. Yeah, the Shaq led Magic with Penny, right? Got swept by Hakeem, by Elijah Wan's team in the 90s. Was it 94 or 95? And a foul on Keldon Johnson as he fouls Bancaro. We were just within 2. Now we're within 8. It's a winnable game, but man, we got to start playing better. Like, much better. Infinitely better. I think Keem and the Rockets. Yeah, there was. There's definitely Keem and the Rockets that swept Shaq. First free throw's no good for Paulo. Pop used to have a better defensive philosophy. Shockingly, see their lack of improvement on defense, especially in the second half of games. I know it regresses in the second half. I don't know if I could be a Spurs fan without Dougie because that was our best. I mean, Carlos, I'll understand if you stopping by for the Spurs games without Dougie. Total respect it. But Carl made the second one. 51-42. Do not go into the half down by 10. Do not. Do not. The Magic have taken 13 free throws. The Spurs have only taken 5. Devin's pull-up jumper is no good. It is Magic ball under 2 minutes to go. 51-42. Carl on three-point land, guarded by Mr. Keldon Johnson. Pick and roll. He's open for three. Going to take the three. 54-42. Dougie was averaging 6 points a game. We just turned the ball over. Fast break for the Magic. And an alley-oop to Boncaro. Now we're starting to get embarrassed. He did stretch the floor, and he was very good moving without the ball. So he's going to drive it. He's going to throw it down.
Under dunk of justice.
Jeremy Soyan drives baseline and gets the dunk. Nice aggressive move by Jeremy. I'd like to see more of that. Not the layups, more dunking. But Carl drives in the paint. He tries to go for a huge facial on Zach Collins. What? Foul. 2 free throws coming up. The worst part about the Dougie trade was that he just said yesterday about how much he... Oh, I didn't know that, Phil. Did he really? Reflectors don't know how many minutes Wemby played. We will take a look at the stats at halftime, which is coming up very shortly. Dougie, like, seriously, you guys trade me? And then he walked to the exit sad, but they took Tim. They took 2 Wemby rebounds away? There's a challenge by the Spurs on the foul on Zach Collins. Oh, he got all ball. He got the arm after, but the block was already there. I think the Spurs are going to win this challenge. That's a nice block. We'll see how that goes. Jacob, good evening to you. Exactly, Marauders. It's just business. Thank you, Doug. Pop playing Wemby like he's saving him for a deep playoff run. This is not going to work. It's not going to work. Three Spurs fans. All sad. All sad. 6 points ain't stretch anyone's defense. John successful. Called it. A successful block. The contact after that doesn't matter. So, successful in that one. Does Wemby really have 0 rebounds though, Dragon? I didn't notice that, Tim. I really didn't. Rich Dougie just said yesterday that San Antonio is the first place where he could just focus on playing basketball and that he loves the organization and wants to stay there. What? The rest of his career? Oh. Damn. Dude, that... I didn't know that when I made the video today. Well, jump ball due to the challenge being overturned. Collins versus Wendell Carter Jr. WCJ versus ZC. The Spurs are going to win it. Maybe he's retiring today. Vera, yeah. Well, he's going to a contender, though. But if he said that yesterday he wants to spend the rest of his career here, and then getting traded, that's an ouchie. Johnson into the paint, spins around, turns the ball over. Come on, Keldon. Wagner's going to start the draw, gets in the paint. A little cross, a little bit of a Euro step, layup. We're down by 14 again. Zach, I was very open about my opinion of Marcus Morris in the video today. I was very clear about my thoughts on him. The thumbnail said, Doug for this jerk. I mean, that should tell you how I feel. Keldon with the ball, 4 on the shot clock. Crossover, pull up three. No good. And the Magic can hold for the last shot. They're up by 14. Wagner just going to launch a three. Less than a second. Guess what happens? His contract does end this year, Dragon. He could come back. We have 44. Phil, these buzzer beaters, these buzzer 2-pointers and 3-pointers, it's seriously becoming a thing on the channel. Well, not on the channel, but it's becoming something in the game that we're addressing on the channel. For whatever reason, the Spurs just go against us. I don't get it. It keeps happening over and over again. Our defense is non-existent. Facts. Brian, KJ's been regressing as of late. I don't know what's going on with him. He's not been playing very well. I like him. Even I have to admit. The struggle's been real. Let's pull up the halftime stats for our Spurs. Starting off the Orlando Magic, Bancaro with 12, Franz Wagner with 15, WCJ with 4, Fultz with 2, Suggs with 6, off the bench for the Orlando Magic. Isaac with 1. The other Wagner with 7. Anthony with 6. Ingles with 6. Harris with 2 for our struggling Spurs. Champagny with 8. Champagny's made all his shots today. 2 of 2 from the field. 1 of 1 from the arc. And 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. So, okay. 8 points for him. Sohan with 7. Wemby with 7. Wemby only 11 minutes. And he is actually showing 0 rebounds. 0 rebounds, 0 assists. 2 turnovers, 2 blocks, and a steal. Weird line for Wemby tonight. Trey Jones with 0. Trey's got 0 on 0 for 3 shooting. What's even worse, Devin Vassell has 0 on 0 for 5 shooting. Callan's been bad. Those two have been worse. They're combined 0 for 8, 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. Each of them has 1 assist. Yeah. You're not going to win too many games with 2 of your starters with 0. They need to get better fast. Off the bench, Collins with 4, Osman with 3, Kelman, he is struggling tonight, 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. He's streaky, and lately he's just been on the bad side of streaky. 5 points for Kelman, Brandon with 2. Blake Wesley, what a strong first half, 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, actually hit his free throw. Wesley in 13 minutes, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal. Does have 1 turnover. He has 3 fouls, so he's been in foul trouble. 8 points. Wesley and Champagny are our leading scorers. Blake Wesley and Julian Champagny are leading the team in points. That is not a recipe for success for any NBA team. Wow. Wow, we outscored 38-24 in the second quarter. So the second quarter woes are back, and the Spurs right now are down a lot. What can I say? Follower of JC, good evening to you. Have faith, I like it. We'll try to do. What you gonna eat in the Super Bowl, Vera? I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl, Carlos. Not the game per se, but just to hang out and spend time with, Miss TSR and, well, like her friends, but not mine. My friends didn't invite me. I don't know if I got left off the list intentionally or unintentionally, but where I had planned to go to the Super Bowl this year, they didn't send me an invite. In an ironic twist of fate, the person who was hosting it now had to cancel because his daughter has a swim meet, so, whatever. Vic needs more shot. This team is awful. Since this halftime merch, would you ever do another live with... No. Hey, Sports Critic Amir, what did I think of the first half? The Spurs are bad. You can relate. Amir's a great dude. The Sports Critic covers the Orlando Magic. Check him out. Actually, you know what? We should go to his channel and do a raid. We'll do that in a few minutes. Help support him. But the Spurs are just bad right now. And your team is rebuilding right now, looking better. Our team's at the start of that. A lot of folks are like, man, we've been rebuilding for so long. We really haven't. They didn't commit to the full rebuild until last season. They were trying to win with DeMar DeRozan and company, traded him away when we just had DeJounte. They tried to win that 1 year where he was the guy. That didn't work. When they traded DeJounte, I felt that was the official start of the rebuild for the Spurs. Probably a year too long, but that's when the rebuild officially started. This is only the second year of the rebuild. It takes time, and I do feel like we're going to be a winning team again, but not this year. Clearly not this year. Exactly. We've dealt with a horrible Magic team. We both deal with a horrible Giants team, and who the hell knows when the Giants are going to be good again? It could be much longer than either one of us want to accept, because we're hitting the reset button again. Daniel Jones is a disaster. Barkley's probably walking. The offensive line is due to again. The Giants are a freaking mess. Free J, it's not him. I'm not working with anybody. I've openly said on the channel I had a bad experience with a previous channel, not that one. Somebody, I'm not going to go into it. If I'm going to work with another channel, I'm going to be extremely selective about it, and it's going to be a channel I've known for some time. I.e. like a Beantown Breakdown. I've known Bobby personally off YouTube and on YouTube, so I would work with Beantown Breakdown again. I would work with the Entertainer Talking Sports again, or Bad Dog Sports, because both were very influential in helping me in starting up this channel. So it's a very, very small select people I'd work with again. Never say never about working with anybody in the future, but whoever I work with, I'm going to put it out there, like, there can't be any peddling of memberships, sponsorships, merch, nothing like that, because I had a bad experience with that. It just has to be, if we work together, it has to be about, like, if it was a Spurs content creator, I want the working together to be about the Spurs only, nothing else. All right, what was I going to look up? I don't remember. I was going to look something up, and now I totally. Oh, we're going to do a little raid action from my man, the Sports Critic. But I got to pull up his stream. We just got the 69 likes, by the way. Just saying. Amir's a good dude. Let's go see if we can get him some thumbs up. I've known him on here for 5 years, so he would be somebody I'd work with again. We go way back when we were both doing movie channels. We were both doing movie channels way back in the day. I was stuck in the 80s. He was the movie critic. And let's see if we can get him some thumbs up. We can use some thumbs up. I want to help him out. So let me drop his link and just go over there and drop him some Go Spurs Go. I appreciate that, Free J. A lot of folks think that I don't have anything personal against anybody on YouTube. I wish everybody the best. Who I really want to work with next, honestly, is I would like Miss TSR Sports to join me. We're not there yet. She said maybe at some point, because I really feel like if we did Shaq into full reactions, you guys would really enjoy those, because she dies laughing. Shaq into full absolutely kills her. Absolutely kills her. So I think you guys would have a lot of fun watching us do those. They'd be short videos, probably only 5 or 6 minutes, but I think that would be the start. And make sure, if you can, to raid my man, the Sports Critic. The link is right there, 8:18 p.m. There's a lot we haven't seen tonight from the Spurs. He could use some thumbs up, so let's help him out. Good dude, and it's a good dude. All right, I see Zach's in there with the Go Spurs Go. Appreciate you, Zach. Greg, thank you very much. I see you in there in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always good to help out a fellow YouTuber. And again, it's crazy. Me and him both started doing movie reviews, and we just both kind of fell into a sports community with Bad Dog Sports, the Entertainer Talking Sports, Sir Cardinal TV, and Beantown Breakdown, Goose Sports, and we just, we decided, maybe we should try sports. We both were doing the movie thing and not succeeding. To be transparent, I was doing the movie thing wrong. I think it was an interesting niche doing a movie channel review about 80s movies only, but I wasn't showing clips from the movies. I was just doing still pictures, and to compete with other movie review channels, you really, really, really have to show clips, and I wasn't showing clips, and it just never went anywhere. But the people that watched it seemed to enjoy it, so that's cool. Get DeAndre and pair with DJ. The Spurs would be playoff contenders now. Anthony, when are you going back to? I'm probably are you banned on Amir's channel, Veronica? What did you do? Coconut Milk. Good evening, interesting channel name. Yeah, he's got 0 rebounds now. I don't know what happened. Hi, TSR. Do you think the Spurs are going back to their old ways? I haven't seen a lot of love from Wemmy lately, and they played ice football on him. Sakiro, it feels like they are regressing. I mentioned this earlier in the stream. Looks like Trey Jones is looking for a shot more. Devin Vassell's always looking for a shot, as is Keldon Johnson. They're very much a shoot first, pass later type of player. It feels like the Spurs are kind of, yes, it does, unfortunately. 21-22, okay. Thank you, Anthony. Hopefully we're having a wonderful night. Spurs are down by 17. Good grief. The Spurs have not won a game since the flying back game. Ah, boy. We haven't? That's when Coyote went out there and caught the bat. Good times, good times. Well, it is what it is. I mean, I'll be here for the rest of the season. I am going to miss a game in March. That is official. I will miss the Warriors game on Saturday. I gotta pull up the Spurs schedule. I don't know the Spurs schedule off the top of my head. I definitely cannot call the game on March 9th, so we'll be out for that one. And then I'll probably miss the Kings game on February 22nd. That's a back-to-back 10 o'clocker. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. And then we'll call everything else. So we shouldn't miss any other games. That'll be a total of 78 regular season games, plus the Summer League, plus the preseason. So we'll have caught over 90 games this season for the Spurs. And that's a good amount of games to call on the channel, I think. We put some work in. Spurs finished 34-48, but analytics suggests it should have been 40. Oh, okay. Yes, Carlos, that was the Sport Critic. That's the link I put in the chat. Breaking news that Veronica is a huge James Harden. Aiton Levine and DJ? Would it have worked, though? I don't know. It's asking a lot. I don't know if that would have worked. I'm going to say a lot of it would have just depended on injuries. I mean, Zach Levine's out for the year now. I said earlier in the season I'd rather not go after him. Glad we didn't. He's a very talented guy, but man, he is injury prone, and I'm glad we stayed away. Is Ayton injury prone too? I don't know off the top of my head. Has DeAndre Ayton missed a lot of time in his career? DeAndre Ayton. Take a look. Yeah, he's missed some time in his career. He's never played more than 71 games. The last 3 years he's played 4 years, 67, 58, 69, 38. So he's been up and down with his games played. I think Levine has been a bit up and down with his games played, hasn't he? He's out for this year. He's done. He's only played 25 games this year. The last 4 years, 77, 67, 58, 60. He's been a little upsy downy. When he was 22, he only played 24 games, so he's definitely had years where he's missed a lot of time. Oddly enough, in his second year with Minnesota, he played all 82 games. Granted, he only started 33 games, but he actually played all 82 games, and that is a rarity now. In today's NBA, to play 82 games, it's so uncommon. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, we look at the Wall. Ginobili rarely played 82 games. I'm not sure Manu actually had an 82-game season. Timmy played 82 games only 3 times. Wow. He played over 80 numerous times, but for 80, he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I think Robinson's got him on that. Timmy played 80 games or more 6 times. David Robinson, in a shorter career, I think I had more 80-game seasons. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Robinson, in a shorter career, had more 80 games or more seasons than Timmy did. I mentioned Manu just a second ago. I don't know. I'm looking up random stats while we're on halftime, just, make conversation. Manu played 80 games or more once. And it was 80 games, his second All-Star season at the age of 33. He never played a full 82 games. Wow. Did Parker ever play a full 82? Now, wondering. Parker played 82 games once in his career. His second year, only played 80 games or more 3 times. Now he's at the age of 23. Never played 80 games again. Dang. I'm kind of surprised these numbers are that low. And then, Kawhi Leonard's never played 80 games in his career, and he never will. In the last, 5 years, I don't think has he even played 65 in a year? It's amazing how all these guys are bigger, stronger, faster, more athletic, more training, more this, that, and the other, and nobody can play games anymore. I know. Karl Malone and John Stockton were Iron Men for the Jazz. Not a Jazz fan, but I'm shocked they never won a championship with them. Is there a reason why the team isn't trying anymore to play the way people said they were in progress? What do you mean, Marco? When I go to the game, I'll take a sign that says TSR Sports, subscribe to this channel. Rob, if you do that and they show you in the crowd, I will go absolutely nuts. And yes, 2-2 Gaming, the word is Blake Wesley does have blue nails. He does. Yeah, that's it. That's his thing. To each his own is right. Hey, whatever. I had black nails at one point in my life, and I wasn't a kid. I did this when I was a little older. How old was I? I was working at Geico. Shoot, how old was I when I had my black nails? 20. I may have been. Maybe I did that when I was 30. I was just trying to be a little different too. I was big into death metal and black metal and all types of metal. That's a 3 to open the quarter, and we're officially down by 20 as Wagner drains the 3. It's turning into a blowout there in Orlando. Yay, he's had a turnover by Wemby. Fast break, Wagner with the dunk. Wow, we're getting clowned. We're getting clowned by Orlando Magic. We're getting clowned. You want to clown them? Clown them. They are who we thought they were. Wagner with 20 points already. This is, I don't know what to say. Vassell into the paint. Throws it up off the glass. Good. That's Devin Vassell's first bucket of the game. Oh, Marco, yes, that's what it appears. They're going back to their old ways of not playing team basketball, but more individual basketball. As the Magic just 69, that's WCJ with a 3. This is what happens when you release Dougie. Trey Jones in the paint gets it off the glass. Good. Spurs clawing their way to 50 points. Field goals this quarter. Magic 3 of 3. Spurs 2 of 2. Did we really need that stat? Carter Jr., the first miss of the quarter, and Champagnie with the rebound throws it into Wemby, and Trey Jones will now bring it up for the Spurs, down by 21. Wemby with the ball, turnaround Jay, good. Well, I'll be taking my leave now. The game is over. Yeah, unfortunately, Kokoshima, I'm used to a lot of those comments from last season. It was rough last season. A lot of people were checking out at halftime because we were getting crushed at halftime, and I get it. I don't blame you. I'll be here to the end of the game because, well, I'm a Spurs content creator and I'm live for the game, so I'm here. But I certainly respect everybody's decision to be like, we're out. Spurs, I don't know if that was a turnover or missed shot. I was not paying attention. I'm sorry, Paul Bencaro for 3, no good. Spurs ball. Can we make a run here and make this respectable and get back in the damn game? Jones will get it to Wemby. Wemby fakes a jumper, drives in the paint. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spurs. 9:33 on the clock. 9 on the shot clock. Dougie took all my chanclas. What? Glorified scrimmage here. Yeah, feels like it sometimes, doesn't it? Wemby with the ball again. 4 on the shot clock. Drops it off to Devin. Devin's pull-up jumper is good. Devin finally hitting some shots here. We needed this in the first half. Kokoshima, man, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, believe me, I know things are going to get better. It's just going to take some time. Magic ball. Boncaro out in three-point land. Get it over to Wagner. Wagner one-on-one with Champagnie. Starts drive. Step back 3. Dang. Wow, Tony. Well, Vassell for 3. Don't read Tony's comment because you will die after seeing it. So apparently I'm dying tonight. So it was nice knowing y'all. Somebody please take care of Baby Coyote and Grogu. They need somebody to watch them. Wendell Carter Jr. for 3. What the heck? Everybody's just having games against us this year. Hot check. You think 85% of our current roster? That's a high percentage. Champagnie for a corner 3. That's no good. Trey Jones gets the pickpockets the rebound, throws it up and in. All right, well, look like they're trying a little harder. Our defense is still pathetic, but look like there's a little more effort out there. Yes, it is, Veronica. It's rough. Boncaro over to Suggs. They will it around to Wagner. Wagner around three-point land will start to drive, gets into the paint. Almost loses the ball. Instead, going to take a little jump over Champagne and get it. Man, the Spurs have had no answer for Franz Wagner at all tonight. No negative time. At least hit the like button. Thank you, Veronica. Appreciate that. Veronica! Appreciate that. There we go. Roll the yard this time. Wemby with the ball. Drives in the paint. Turnaround fadeaway is an air ball. Wow. Air ball, huh, Victor? Suggs loses the ball, misses a shot, then he get knocked out of bounds. I haven't said Markelle Fultz's name almost at all tonight. I keep forgetting he's out there. That's right. There's always hope. Follower of JC. Pizza or calzone? Pizza. Zach, pizza's my favorite food of all time. Lick the like button. Suggs for 3. The Magic are just hitting everything now. Magic are hitting everything. When teams are on fire like this, there's nothing you can do but sit here and just be depressed. Depressed Spurs fan. Yes, bless the like button. Bless the like button. Lick the like button. Don't get too excited on the like button if you know what I'm saying. I don't want things to get weird in here. Spurs down by 23. Depleted mind? Yep. Wow is right. And I ain't talking World of Warcraft. Trey Jones driving the paint, gets fouled, ball's going to go flying to the stands. It'll be Spurs ball. Just one of these games, nothing goes right. I mean, second night of a back-to-back, Wemby's first rodeo road trip. It's in a rough rodeo road trip, too. And we're going to have a timeout. I want to check the NBA standings and see where we're at. I believe we got to be bottom 3. I don't know how we're not bottom 3. We might not get to 100 thumbs up tonight. We don't. That's a bummer. I don't think we're going to get this. I mean, I appreciate you guys can help a brother out. We are far away from 100 likes, and with the Spurs getting annihilated, I don't think many Spurs fans are going to stop in tonight. But the likes, this would be a record low for likes this year for this season for a Spurs stream. So certainly appreciating a thumbs up.
Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go!
I will say it sadly is feeling like last year where a lot of people gave up on the team, and I get it, they're not good, but it just hurts to see the fans just not care. But it's hard to care when the Spurs are worse than last year. We're worse than last year. We're 10-41. We're the third worst team in the NBA, a half a game worse than the Hornets. We're 3-7 in our last 10 games, 5-game losing streak. The Hornets are on a 9-game losing streak. The Wizards on a 4-game losing streak. The Pistons are on a 1-game losing streak. I mean, we're bad. We're going to finish third or fourth worst team in the NBA. The Raptors right now are they're tied for the 6th worst team, so we still have an outside shot at that Raptors pick. But 10-41 through 51 games, we have 10 wins. I want to look at last year, and the Spurs were bad last year. I want to see I want to see where we were at after 51 games. Because we only won 22 games last year, and this team is on pace to be not only worse, but possibly much worse. Where do I find the Spurs schedule on team basketball? There's all the players. Where can I look at the actual schedule and results? Well, there you go. Ha, ha, ha. All right, through 51 games. All right, it does show the game number on the left. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We sucked last year. We had 14 games through 51 games. We started pulling off some wins near the end of the year, but 14, we were 4 wins ahead of this current team. So if things stay like they are, and this team has the same pace win-wise as last year's team, then this Spurs team is going to win only 18 games. And will be the worst Spurs team of all time. I don't know, capitalized P, I don't know how the hell he only has 0 rebounds. Lance, this has been a tough game. Azil Abduda, we have 0 players in their prime right now. Technically, yes. Yeah. Andy, I like emoji, so keep on doing it. People are mentioning Killian Hayes a lot. I might have to do a video on that. Fude, I didn't see our record, but we were on a losing streak going to the All-Star break. They had 14 wins. So the goal before the All-Star break is 14 wins for this team. 4 more wins in how many more games? Not many. It's going to be tough. Should have stashed Wemby in Europe until the roster is better. No, I can't do that. Tony, good evening to you. Paulo has... Is he on the court? 12. Wagner's the one killing us tonight. He's got 25. Mike Carl's 3 is no good. Zach Collins with the rebound. And it is Spurs ball. Trey Jones flies into the paint. Misses the layup. And now a late whistle. Killian Hayes is Blake Wesley, but a bit worse. Spurs traded Doug for a second. Greatest Spur ever. Glazing Bacon, good evening to you. Wemby having a good January and taking Rookie of the Month. Being pushed ahead of Chet for Rookie of the Year. Maybe that pushed out selfish instincts in the team. I don't know what's going on with this team, though. I know Trey Jones is at the line for 2. Made the first one. 20-point game. Oh, boy. Let me go into my Xbox after this game. A little gaming. Yeah. Yeah, Glaze and Bacon, you don't get notifications anymore. I've noticed the streams have been going down lately. And I don't know if that was because the team's losing or just people don't know we're live anymore, because you're mentioning you're not getting notifications anymore. Well, people might not be following the schedules religiously, and if they're not getting their noti, then they're not coming in the stream. Collins with a bad foul on Jalen Suggs. No Spurs have hit double digits yet. Zach, I used to love Halo. I liked Halo 2. Liked Halo 1, loved Halo 2. That was the first game I ever played online with other people. I got Xbox Live just because of Halo 2. Halo 3 I thought was okay. 4, did not like 5 at all. I don't think, did I finish 5? Suggs for 3. I don't even know if I finished 5. I know I did not finish Infinite. Just checked out on the franchise. Collins pull-up jumper, good. Still a 20-point game. You don't get noties either. I go on YouTube and you're the first one that comes up if you're... Really? So notification... I mean, that's not something I can turn on or off. So notification's just not working right now for YouTube, I guess. Wagner gets in the paint, gets another layup, and Wagner's killing us tonight. He's got... I wonder what his career high is. He's got 27 right now. Vassell driving the paint, forces a shot, going to roll around and roll in. Carlos gets his noties. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you guys know, unless I announce it in the community notes, if the Spurs are playing, we're going to be live for the game. There's no doubt about that. Missed only 2 games this year. We'll probably miss 2 more, and we'll have done 78 for the year. Chet deserved it now that I think of it more. Not sure if it's a lack of minutes or the non-existent impact in winning, but Chet is Rookie of the Year. He's got a better team, though. And Rookie of the Year is an individual award. Wemmy's leading the league in blocks. He played half the season without a point guard. He's got pretty much nothing around him. You can't tell me that Chet Holmgren is not benefiting heavily from SGA being on that team with them. Come on now. Young team with low basketball IQ equals what are we watching? Yep. Oh, Bonder's correct. 38. First of all, Zeal of Judah, thank you for pulling that. I don't think he's going to get to that tonight. Zach, I'm skipping the Kings game. That's a 10 o'clock game with a back-to-back against the Lakers. And then I'm going to be gone March... Or I'm not gone. I won't be able to do the Warriors game on March 8th or 10th or whatever, so I'll be missing 2 more games. Denisell with the ball out in three-point land, crossover dribble, drives on Wagner into the paint, forces the jumper off the glass, in and out, and in. You watching a Bailey? Okay. At this point, I'd rather watch the rodeo. Not me. Vassell with 11 points, all 11 points in this quarter. We needed that so much earlier in the game. Wendell Carter Jr. with ball right now, zips it into a turnover. I don't know who he was passing that to, but it went out of bounds. Oh, no, me and TSR aren't doing anything special for Valentine's Day, Zach. Neither one of us care about the holiday. We both feel it's a commercial holiday. So I don't know if she even wants to get together. I mean, I'll be doing the game if she wants to hop over, come over here for the night. She's certainly welcome. Johnson the paint throws it up and in. I think she's neutral on the holiday. Timeout. Spurs down by 16. Rosalind, thank you for stopping in from the Philippines. Let the spirits of the past Spurs enter your body and win this game. He puts a ghost in. Veronica, you crazy. I love it. Hurricane Megan, good evening to you. I don't see Wemby getting rookie there because he couldn't give us more wins. It's not a team award. You guys are conflating it with the MVP. Wins and losses do not affect Rookie of the Year. Wins and losses affect MVP. Separate the two. So let me have about to play 20, 22 minutes. Yep. Clement, back-to-back. His minutes are heavily restricted, but I do think he's hit maybe a little bit of a wall lately. Exactly. Tough, but not easy. I used to work at the AT&T Center at the rodeo. I hated it. Nice. Exactly. Chet's got the team record. That's it. That is not going to be taken into consideration for the Rookie of the Year. It's an individual award. Wemby without a rebound, Ken, I can't make... I got nothing. I don't get it. That's totally just... I got nothing. I don't know how he does not have a rebound tonight. Victor Wemby takes #1 in Rising Star draft. And Wemby's what? He's leading all rookies in points per game. I think rebounds per game still. Blocks per game. And what's the guy got to do? Watch Pop tell the enemy to put Wemby on a minutes restriction for the skills challenge Rising Stars game. Probably will. Booty, that's probably true. Clement, I think Wemby played 28 minutes last night. In Austin, there's going to be a Lantern Festival. Believe it or not, guys, I'm actually a new fan. My older brother loved the Spurs when I watched him in person and became a fan March 3rd, 2022. Poor Kellen get attacked every time he's on the floor. Spurs have to run zone to cover for him. He's not a good defender. You know who else is not a good defender? The San Antonio Spurs, Mohammed. We have a lot of holes on defense. We got a lot of holes on offense. I've said this before. I'm shocked at how bad we are. With Wemby coming in, I wasn't expecting a playoff team, but damn, I didn't think we'd be this bad. Most blocks in a rookie season all time. Manute Bol, 5. David Robinson, 3.8 second. Shaq, 3.5. Zoe, 3.5. Mark Eaton, 3.4. Wemby, 6th at 3.1. Wemby has the 6th most blocks per season by a rookie all time. I didn't realize David was 2nd, and then Manute Bol with just 5 blocks a game is ridiculous. That's all he could do. Rest in peace, Manute Bol. I mean, that dude couldn't do anything but block shots, but he did it dang well, that's for sure. Wemby odds rookie is minus 270, Chet plus 220. Okay. One player does not make a team. You're right. I think she's neutral on the holiday. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. Better get or plan something just in case. No, Saints family. No, don't worry. There's no issues here. If actually, I wouldn't say neutral. I think she doesn't care. She does not like commercial holidays, and Valentine's Day is 100% commercial. As Devin, what a tough shot, gets fouled and won. I think she probably is texting me about Valentine's Day right now. Or maybe not. She texted me that she's not sure we're going to get to 100 likes. We're at 95. We could get to 100 likes. I'm not going to push for any more because there's not enough interest in this game. The Spurs are losing bad. Wemby's having a quiet game. Fan base for the Magic is low. Wemby Grandma. Indeed. We could use some Wemby Grandma right now. Magic ball, 88-72, 3.5 minutes to go. Magic going around the world outside the perimeter a couple times, and finally Jalen Suggs gets in the paint and drops a deuce. 2023 Rookie of the Year, Bancaro, 6th worst team. There you go, Dragon. There you go. Zach, I do like candy. I have a sweet tooth. I got to stay away from it because I prefer to work out and get in shape than munch on junk all day. Sal's going to drive in the paint, and he's going to get fouled again. Yes, Veronica, she's usually watching. I don't think she's missed a game yet. Dan, I still think this team is better than the record and on-court product suggests. Our offensive and defensive schemes are nonsensical and don't maximize what our guys can give us. Dan? Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Hi, Miss TSR, missed you. That's cute, Veronica. Devin at the line for 2, first free throw is good, and he's having a fantastic third quarter. Stuck in the first half, but playing great now. Getting ready to drop off dogs at Sitter. I'm sadder than when daughter for college. Really? Pistons waive Joe Harris so many ways. Victor Oladipo and Spencer Dinwiddie. A team will... Yes, Spencer will get signed. I think I'm going to do a video tomorrow, though. I definitely have an idea for a video tomorrow. Spurs 11 of 12 from the line. The Magic are only 8 of 15. This game could even be worse. They can't miss a 3, though. Gary Harris for 3. Everything they're chucking up is going in. It's not even like we're playing bad defense in some of these plays. They're just throwing up 3s, and they're going in. I don't know how you stop that. Devin with the ball, drives in the paint, throws up the layup, and it's good. Devin is on fire. And we're going to have a whistle. Devin right now has 18 points. They're all in this quarter. I wish he was this aggressive in the first half. This would be a much different game. Why Miss TSR comment? Carlos, she doesn't have a YouTube channel. You have to have a YouTube account to comment in the chat. I'm surprised she hasn't created one yet. From the nights where she's not able to be here, she could chat with you guys and chat with me, but I don't think that's her thing. At least not yet. It is Magic Ball. There's another 3. Wagner for 3, no good. Devin Sell with the rebound. Moritz Wagner, by the way. Devin will bring it up. Spurs are down by 17. They are in the bonus. Devin's going to launch a quick throw. Oh, my God. Vassell is killing it. This third quarter Devin Vassell is the Devin that is worth $27 million a year. Now Collins with a block. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Spurs ball. This guy that's balling out right now in the third quarter, that's the guy that's worth big money. But we only see him once in a blue moon. I feel bad for Devontae Graham. Penalty Cuber, good evening to you. Piston just waived Danilo Gallinaro. Was he on our roster for like a hot minute? Maybe not. Vassell to the paint. Another leg. My God. This has got to be a career high for a quarter for him. It's got to be. It's a 12-point game. Adrian, what's up? Devin Vassell is the Spurs offense right now. He had 0 points in the first half. He's got over 20 now in the third quarter. And the Spurs are going to cause another turnover. Get it up to Wesley. Wesley's going to drive the paint, layup, and we are down by only 10. What the heck was this all game? Orlando's going to call timeout. Devin with 23 points this quarter. Thank you, Gary. I gave him a pep talk, told him to get his rump and gear. I'm shaking him off. Dougie is gone. I'm getting rid of everyone now. 20, that's definitely got to be a career high in a quarter for him. Wemmy has 9 points and no board this game. Expect the trolls to brutalize him on social media. Marquise, yes, absolutely. Devin Vassell just casually remembered to put the ball in the hoop. He was 0 for 5 to start the game. He's now 9 of 14. That's 9 of 9. I think he was 0 for 5 to start the game. 9 of 9 in the third quarter, 23 points. Wow. I'm speechless. He probably needs a rest. I don't know if Pop can rest him. He's playing his best basketball ever. Some people didn't want Devin to be traded, Coob. I said not yet. I said I was not happy with how that end of game played out. I don't want to give up on our guys yet. I don't want to give up on Devin. I don't want to give up on Kellen or Jeremy. They're all very young. Mr. Z with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. Let me give you a little... I can't click on the heart yet because it's... There we go. Now I can. 100% field goal percentage is ridiculous, Muhammad. Thank you, my man. Appreciate the support of the channel. Any support is appreciated. Believe me. It is Magic Ball. They are only up by 10. They were up by as much as 20-something earlier, and now it's a 10-point game. Really, thanks to Devin Vassell. Jonathan Isaac, tough jumper. Good. Dougie got traded because contract was expiring. Now we're going to buy out stupid Morris. Zach Collins in the paint. Jumper good. Let's get a stop here, Spurs. 95-85. Son of Scar, you be giving up on him? I haven't. Ooh, Cole Anthony just absolutely hammered by Chetty Osman. 32 seconds on the clock. Doug is old compared to the rest of our roster, James. That is correct. He is 32. Everybody else is under 25 except for Zach Collins. I'm not counting Marcus Morris. He's getting punted. Why does my chat on YouTube channel stop? I need to go out and in. I don't know. And Dragon, that could open a spot for Bo. Whoa! Abelardo Guerrero with a $20 super chat. Wow, thank you, he says. Even when the Spurs aren't the best, TSR Sports always delivers the latest updates, making a reliable source for fans worldwide. We are going to get them in the fourth quarter. Greetings from Honduras. Thank you very much. That was very nice of you. For you, get a coyote. Boop. A coyote boops for everybody. Boop, 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 beep, boop, beep, boop, 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 boop. Zach, no. I wanted to play at least 1 minute so I can make the go debate for nice blazing bacon. Thank you for everybody supporting the channel. That is just very gracious of you. I would like to invest in some. Actually, probably not to invest in a new computer this year for the channel. So that's the super chats you go towards that. I want coyote kisses. Coyote, I love baby Coyote. He's so cute, and he's not looking at the game. Inbound the ball, Cole Anthony, like 6 or 7 feet beyond the arc, hits the three. The Magic are just shooting lights out from everywhere. But thank you for the super chat. I do try to stay positive as possible. I'm going to have my moments where I get a little negative, but in the end, I love the team. I respect all of your opinions. We all can agree to disagree sometimes about the Spurs and what's best for them. Leslie with the ball, going to get it out to Keldon. Keldon's going to launch the 30 at the buzzer, at the shot clock buzzer. And the ball's going to bounce around. My clock's a little behind. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Spurs down by 13, and man, every three is going in from the Magic, it feels like. Devin Vassell was absolutely fantastic in the third quarter. He finished with 23 points and 9 of 9 from the field. A perfect quarter on over 20 points. I wonder how many times that has happened in the NBA where a player hit all their shots and had over 20 points in one quarter. I gotta think that's a fairly short list. I don't know if Vassell made any type of history tonight or got in the record books, but that is one heck of a third quarter. He's probably going to need a rest to start the fourth, but hopefully some of the other guys start playing like they can. When Devin's like this, he's so good. We did win the quarter. We won 41-37. Listen, we were down by as much as 20-something, so to see the team back in it, and we got to 100 thumbs up. We made it. All right, I'll take it. We can work with that. Oops, I just clicked on the video on the ESPN's. I clicked on the ad. We don't want that to play because I don't want any copyrighted sound playing on the video. That would be bad. Copyrighted sound bad. The sound when we don't click. People have been saying that. I know Morris is likely waived or bought out. He might be our chance to have Champagny out of the start. No chance Morris plays for the Spurs. I say no chance. Were we down by 23? Hey, that ghost entered Devin's body. Now let's work on the other 4. Let's keep Veronica. They need to be rotated alternatively. Who, Tech Blitz needs to be rotated alternatively? Anyway, we're waiting for the fourth quarter to start, and it's a game again. The Spurs are in it. I'm about to win it. Guys, I know talk about smoking. No comment, Mr. Z, no comment. I'd like to get a win against Orlando. I really would. But whatever happens, happens. I know some folks are part of the, let's lose the rest of the games and have a high pick again next year. We'll have a top 3, top 4 pick. Unless, the draft position works against us. I really don't know what I want us to do in the draft. Whatever it is, I hope it's not a who moment. And what I mean by that is when the Spurs drafted Joshua Primo, that was legit. Who? Because I had never heard of him. Never heard of him. You might say, TSR, don't you usually scout the draft before, watching it? Yes, I do, but I scout players around our draft position. What I mean by that is I don't follow a lot of college basketball. So if the Spurs draft third this season or this year, I'll look at players that are available between 1 through 5, guys that were have a chance to legit get. Wemby with another turnover. That's not the way we want to start the fourth quarter. And I think Wemby would have blocked down the other end, but now we're going to have a whistle. Both teams are 40 points in paint. I look where around our draft position. So when the Spurs were drafting, we drafted Primo 12th, I was looking in the 10 to 15 range. Who's going to be available around our draft pick? I wasn't looking in the 20s where Joshua Primo was expected to go, so that was a legit who moment. And I think a lot of you guys said when he was drafted, you're like, who? That's what I don't want to have happen. In this season's draft, they announce our pick and we're kind of scratching our heads like, who the heck is this guy? I don't think that's going to happen, but it has happened before. Oh, actually, it's happened twice on this channel. The draft isn't up there anymore, but when we drafted Luka Samanic 19th overall, that was a legit. Who? Luka Samanic? Who? I didn't know who Luka Samanic was. Damian, good evening to you. No, it's been rough. I know we could have had Şengün instead of Primo, but if we get Şengün, then we probably don't get Wemby. So it is what it is. We got another whistle. Spurs down by 13. Not sure what this one is. Am I thinking of retiring from doing live streams? Not anytime soon, Carlos. Not anytime in the near future. I've been on YouTube for how long? 18 years. So clearly it's a hobby I like doing, just making content. At some point, I'm sure I'll have to slow down. Maybe I won't be able to live stream anymore, but I can't see myself stopping making videos. I'll probably be making videos on here if it's still around until I'm 60, which might be a little weird, but what's up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Wemby for 3, no good. 11 minutes to go. Spurs, let's get a run going. Not like that. Alley to Jonathan Isaac. He's going to throw it down. 15-point game. Spurs will draft another sandwich. Primo was projected to go in the second round by people who did not scout him. And Wemby now hits a 3. I didn't like the pick, Dan. I never did. I tried to be part of the hype machine with a couple big moments in preseason. I made like 1 hype video, maybe 2 hype videos. Whoa! Moritz Wagner just facials Wemby. Posters him. Sorry, facial's not a good word. Posters him. Wemby with the ball, and he turns it over. Isaac with the layup. And I think Pop's calling a timeout, and he is. Well, my life is going to be great. All right. Now I'm going to be all about Osman. I guess it's let's go. Osman, your guy? Really? Osman? Yeah, Veronica, Miss TSR was critiquing the Spurs roster appearance-wise, and she liked Osman too. I think he looks kind of messy. Personally, I don't know. Terrible pick, Dan. We're in a timeout. I wanted to be part of the hype machine, but when I watched him, I was like, man, this kid can't shoot. And even though we didn't see much of him his second year, that same feeling was there. I'm like, this guy can't shoot the ball. He's an awful shooter. You can't really succeed in the NBA without making buckets these days. So I wanted him to be good because we wasted a 12th round pick on him, but he might be years from being good, or he'll never be good. I don't know. Wemby did get postered. He really did. Okay, thank you, Marauders. 8 inches deep, what's going on? Definitely Wemby's worst game. Is it his worst game? Girls like Messi. Oh my God, Veronica, I read that so wrong. Oh my God. I thought Squint said squirt, and that's all I'm going to say there. I read that really wrong. My apologies. All right. Okay, one word for tonight. Discombobulated. Yes. No, we didn't really contest the Kokushiba, but it is what it is. I said your name 8 inches deep. What would you? Yeah. I just read it wrong. I'm so sorry. Wemby, 0 rebounds, million turnovers, shake my head. Hope, yeah. I'll admit, my mind goes there sometimes too. In my defense, N and R are quite similar if they're small on your computer screen. Yes, más agua, por favor. Jonathan, imagine if he actually he finishes with 0 rebounds tonight. Has he had a game with 0 boards? How are you 7'3" with 0 rebounds? He's 5 of 11, 0 rebounds. I don't know how many turnovers he has. I assume he has at least 3, maybe 4. Yes, there you go, Marauders. Lingering effect. And yes, they are, Phil. Besides, I think, too many threes, I think his biggest issue is the turnovers, by far. We all have a dirty mind. Yeah, we do. I mean, look at your channel name. 8 inches deep. I'm shocked you have a dirty mind. The TSR Sports jersey, the one-of-one jersey I have, I mean, the number is 69. Come on now. Spurs down by 16, and Trey Jones almost turns the ball over, gets it back a little. Well, no, he turned the ball over. Never mind. An alley-oop, and Jonathan Isaac's going to throw it down, and now we're down by 18. Veronica with the hand. I see you. He does try to dribble in traffic, and he gets pickpocketed a lot by guards double teaming him that he just doesn't see. Wemby with the ball right now, gets to Trey Jones. Over to Sohan, corner 3. No good. Vassell with the rebound. Vassell is the hot hand in the third quarter. Can he bring us back again? He's going to get to Branham for 3. No good. Trey Jones with the offensive board to Vassell. Vassell's going to fire up a 3. In and out. And that's his first miss of the second half. Tony Jersey, Parker Jersey, coming. What? Not if I get one first. No, Ito, they don't. I'm trying to find a Parker jersey. I'm failing miserably. Going those drives to the paint, and we're down by 20. James, it did. Sohan in the paint, off the glass, good. Butterfly, good evening to you. Yeah, in and out, like in and out burger. The ball goes in the rim, and then it goes right back out again. Easy, good evening. Branham is, yeah, he's in the doghouse. We're going to have a kickball. It's going to be magic ball. Branham has really regressed as of late, losing minutes, sometimes not even playing. And Raph, yes, Wemby with 0 rebounds. And no, I don't think he's ever gone this far into a game without a rebound. He might not have a rebound tonight. I have as many rebounds as Wemby, and he's a foot taller than me. The bench bought us bad, and now he was in again with the start. Yeah, Ozzy. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he said, she said, bowl, soup. I'm Fred Hurst. And I didn't rehearse. Whatever. Where you can be too tall. Being 7'4" with that skill set doesn't serve him well in the NBA. You could be right. But I think he'll be okay. Just he's having an off game tonight. Devin with the ball, 3-point land, just going to launch to straight up 3. Back iron, no good. So Devin made all his shots in the third quarter, has missed all his shots in the other quarters. Right? Is he still at 23 points? Yeah, Devin made 9 of 9 in the third quarter. He's 0 for 7 in the other 3. Wemby got his first rebound. Water, Veronica. Trey Jones runner. There was a miss by the Magic while chatting about whatever. And Wemby got his first rebound on the night. I was talking about Vassell. Yeah, Vassell let it all out. He's got nothing left in him. He double busted a you-know-what. Smell him cooking. Bonner driving the paint, knocks Wemby over. And I think that's going to be a blocking on Wemby. I think he might have been going backward. Pop really doesn't want Wemby to win Rookie of the Year night. I'm sorry, but a coach needs to get on Wemby's butt for not having a damn rebound at his height. I do agree it's unacceptable. He does have one now. RDM, Miss TSR is at home right now. We do not live together. I told her, I mean, I'd be up for living together probably in the year 2058. So, at that point, I think we're probably a lock to live together. So we'll shoot for 2,058. 2 free throws for the Magic. First one's good, 109.92. It is Baby Coyote riding a bull. If you pull up Veronica's channel, that is Baby Coyote. Butterfly, I don't know what Pop's doing. Wemmy's been bulking up all year at the Z-Lot. Just slow. It's got to be a slow but surely process. You can't put on 50 pounds in a month and expect his body to hold up. Wemmy with the ball right now. Crossover through the leg. Gets it into Trey Jones. Jones in the paint. Back out to Devin. Devin now drives in the paint. Throws it up and in. We need a run right now. Yuns French, good evening to you. There you go, Edo. The whole team is inconsistent. That's what I was looking for, and I agree. Whoop, did he just step out of bounds? Cole Anthony hits a 3, but he stepped out of bounds before the shot. That's a turnover for the Magic 7 minutes to go. Do you think Wemman Grandma can be angry at the Spurs organization? Well, he certainly can be. He's probably not happy with the team's record right now. Soyan drives in the paint. He's going to get fouled. Cole Anthony with the foul, 6:55 to go. And let's make it respectable. Don't give up. How many games this year have the Spurs been down by double digits in the fourth quarter and then got it to single digits and then just ran out of steam at the end? I haven't shown the game at all tonight. Let me show the game.
Sucker!
Jamal, he's not playing 1 minute with the Spurs. Not 1 minute. As Trey Jones gets fouled on the inbound pass, 6:51 to go. Maybe the ball wasn't foul balls. DeMar said post-game once that Pop cussed at them a lot and yelled. I'm sure he did. Go Spurs, go. Let's start the comeback a bit sooner, Spurs. Not wait till 2 minutes. Exactly. Carlos, when the team's playing bad and losing, unfortunately, the likes are going to go down throughout the season. I'm used to it. It's just less people are interested in the Spurs right now, and I understand. Us diehards will still be here as Trey Jones gets blocked in the paint, and you know what? It's quantity, or it's like quality over quantity right now. As the Spurs get a turnover. Why is Branham in the game this late? Really? Knockout bar now gets to Wemmy in the paint. Throws it up and in. Over Wagner. We have a foul. That's an and one. All right, come on. Let's make a game out of this. Yes, we do. Adrian, I did a video on that. Was this actually a dunk or a layup? No, more of a throw-in. Like a dunk, but not quite a dunk. The video I did today, if you get a chance to watch it, it's only 6 minutes long. I did a video for our channel about the Dougie Morris trade. If you're not sure why fans don't like Morris, watch the video. I fully go into it, and I even get a little agitated and get a little mean TSR, a little raging TSR towards Marcus Morris. Gotta say, we're losing this game because of Wemby. That's a team loss effort. At least Wemby got a board. There you go. Wemby cannot rebound, score, and defend. Yeah, look, everybody has an off night. Look at Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell has been 2 different players tonight. Nothing in the first half. 0 points. 23 points in the third quarter. That's our guy. It's inconsistent. What's up, Ramen? To be honest, he just can't give great balls to Wemby recently. He is scoring half of his points from 3. At least he's shooting 45% plus in those games. Zenab, go Spurs, go to you. Yeah, Robin, this team's a mess. I still not watched the Dougie trade for this Morris jerk. Oh, sorry, Carlos. You haven't watched the video yet? Okay. No spoilers. Wagner's left foot was still moving. Wemby's in there. Okay, Phil, I haven't seen the replay. I'm seeing a commercial. Then that challenge should hopefully fail. Bring Davis back. Dallas Bertans? What is he? Where is he these days? He's not playing much, is he? Wemby's actually good offensively. Field goal percentage 50%. Ah, okay. Phil with the up close replay. Finally good. Something. Wow. Vincent, greetings from Colombia. He got moved again. So Bertans got moved again? He's getting traded all the time now, isn't he? James. Devin, man, I had to do a video on the channel because I'm a Spurs content creator, and I didn't like the play. And so I addressed it, and then after time settled, and I did a follow-up video about not trading Devin because a lot of people were on that video commenting, trade Devin, trade Devin. I was like, no, wait a minute. I understand the frustration with the play. I was frustrated, but to say trade him based off one play, I don't think we can do that. But yeah, we're very reactionary. When bad things happen, you're gonna point it out. When good things happen, you'll point it out. And that was a bad play, but I don't want to give up on the guy just yet. If time passes and we show that he's not a good fit with Wemby, then the Spurs will move on from Devin, not from Wemby. Gordon Hayward, oh, that's right. Gordon Hayward went to the Thunder, didn't he? That's a good move for the Thunder. I like that. Of course, Phil. Pow. Why are they getting beat up again? How about you have Tim Duncan watching me with you next game instead of Selena? I have had Timmy with me, RDM. Timmy's joined us many times. Challenge was lost. Wemby at the line, made the free throw, 13-point game. Timmy's been with us often. Yeah, the Thunder got... it's going to be a good move for the Thunder. Campaign got traded again? Screw him. Oh, I'll play for San Campaign. Always be number one in my heart. Cameroon. That three-point attempt is no good for the Magic. Who shot that from the baseline? Is that Jalen Suggs? Can't see who that was. Devin with a turnover. Tried to force it into Wemby. And now Wagner loses out of bounds. That's going to go off the Spurs. It'll be Magic ball, 13-point game. I'd keep Wemby, Pop, and Coyote. And Baby Coyote. Yeah, I'd keep Baby Coyote. Got to move from a contender to another contender. Yeah, right? I wish you'd go to the Pistons. So I see Wemby, Soin, KJ, and Vassell being very important for the Spurs. Yeah, exactly. I don't think the Spurs are ready to trade any of them. Kellen's been awful tonight. He's actually been awful a lot lately. We cannot go into the next season with the same group of guys. It'll be bad. Every other team is getting better, Jason. We're going to get a draft pick. A high draft pick. Depending on who we draft, it could really help boost the team. What can we get for Pop? And now the Spurs with a challenge. Well, while we're waiting on the challenge, ooh, levitating baby coyote, coyote, my little buddy, coyote, coyote, my best little buddy in the world. There you go, Pound. He wants to watch the end of the game. Maybe it's impossible for 7'5" person to avoid turnovers because of... I've said that before, JBG. He's at such a disadvantage when he's backing up, and he just can't... He's dribbling. He's got a high dribble because of his height, and guards are easily getting in there and just knocking the ball out. Ooh, Phil, that's rough. I just saw that kind of emotional abuse from Veronica. Ouch. Spurs lost the challenge. If Wemby, the best prospect since LeBron couldn't help this team, how's it? Well, that's a fair question. But you know what? The Cavs were bad. LeBron's rookie year, were they not? The Thunder were bad in KD's rookie year. It's Wemby's a generational prospect, but there's not a lot around him. Michael Jordan, my opinion, is the greatest basketball player of all time. Got swept his rookie year. Got into the playoffs, but got swept. A lot of people call LeBron the GOAT, and I don't get this, not trolling LeBron, but a lot of LeBron fans will criticize Jordan for getting swept in the first round of the playoffs. I don't think the Cavs even made the playoffs LeBron's first year. I don't get that. But, these great players, they didn't have success their first year. That's a turnover for the Spurs. So, I didn't expect the Spurs to be this bad, but also look at the season as a whole. Context. We had the Jeremy Sohan point guard experiment going on for far too long, and the team was awful. And then we had Malachi Branham playing point guard, which was awful. Now, the team had gotten better with Jones in point guard until, as of late, the team seems to have regressed a bit. We're the youngest team in the NBA, and our guys are incredibly inconsistent. If we can get another scorer and or defend, if we can get a guy that can play defense and score, that would be much needed for this team, a two-way player. Wagner in the paint gets the bucket and one. You read Kareem's name wrong for the GOAT? Oh, I didn't mention Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Okay. No, the answer is probably not in the draft, Juwan, but I think somebody in the draft is going to help us a lot. I think we need a big upgrade. Listen, Julian Champagne's not a starter, and he's starting for the Spurs. I like Trey Jones. He's not a starting point guard in the NBA. He's a backup point guard. So that's two places we could really use an improvement. I've seen Rasatra's name. I might be saying that wrong. He's an internet. Another turnover by Devin. International player shooting over 45% from beyond the arc. He would be a huge upgrade over Champagne based on what I've read about him. There's a lot of issues with the team, and just getting one draft pick's not going to fix it. No defense for the Spurs there. Bob Carl just walks up the paint and dunks it. I guess the team just officially gave up at the 5-minute mark and just let him score very easily there. I missed a point somewhere. Trey Jones pull-up jumper, no good. I heard corner is pretty deep in 25. You know what? We have a ton of draft picks coming up. I think a lot of Spurs want the team to turn around overnight, and that's not going to happen. Look at how the Thunder have done the rebuild. Look at how the Magic have done the rebuild. I'm having confidence in the Spurs. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm going to have confidence in the front office, Pop in the front office, Patfo, that they're going to be able to do a similar type of rebuild. It's just not going to happen overnight. I am shocked we're this bad this year. Gosh, you guys really want Killian Hayes, Jonathan. His name's been in the chat a lot tonight. 2 free throws coming up for Wagner. First one's good, and he's having a monster night against us tonight. We need cheap 3-and-D spot shooters, the likes of old Covington, Tucker, etc. Bandit, Sarganini, we need defensive wing. We need some milk. Wemby in 22 minutes. 14, 2, 2, and 3. That's it. Dougie Gone is finally hitting me. I'm going to eat some ice cream now. Oh, Veronica, eat some ice cream for me. I would love for some ice cream, but I'm trying to get in shape. I worked out 3 times today. It's me and Miss TSR both working out 2 to 3 times a day. We have really dedicated to being our best us, and it helps me knowing that she's doing it. It helps motivate me. Maybe if I'm have this a little part of me that doesn't want to do it, and hopefully it's on the other end. Maybe if she sees me working out 3 times during my shifts, a little extra motivation for her. I don't think she needs it, the extra motivation, but I'm hoping it certainly couldn't hurt. Wemby's minutes are down tonight because of the back-to-back, and the Spurs are losing by 20. I think we should tank for next season as well to get Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey. Not familiar with Ace Kokoshibo. That would be Devin's at the line for 2. I don't know how that would work out. The Spurs got Cooper Flag because my girlfriend is not a fan. She wanted him to go to UConn. She's a UConn fan, and he went to Duke instead. It was between Duke and UConn, and he went to Duke. Exactly. Yeah, Mr. Z, that's a good one. Dynasty. We're trying to put together a dynasty and a successful team for many, many years, not trying to just make a one-and-done or two-and-done playoff type team. Listen, I'm frustrated just as much as you guys are. We're all Spurs fans. It affects us as Spurs fans. As a Spurs content creator, it's a double loss. Vassell with a tough pull-up 3 good. Very difficult 3 there from Devin. 4 minutes to go, down by 15. We need a huge run. But to, struggle as a fan watching the team, but then also struggle a lot this year with content. I mean, this live stream, while I appreciate it to no end, all of you hanging out, I believe this live stream will be our least viewed live stream of the season, including Summer League and preseason. This one might not get to 2,000 views because people are checking out on the team. I get it. Next rookie ranking, Chet will be number 1. Wemby stats have this Tech Blitz probably. If he keeps putting up numbers like he is in February, it's going to flip. Girls are evil. Zach, what? What was that? Where's that coming from? Blake Leslie with the ball right now for San Antonio. 8 on the shot clock. Blake going to take off, get into the paint. Nice pass to Brandon for 3. And he missed it. Quality players. Yep. NBA has not posted the Wemby poster yet. I'm a little surprised. Wagner in the paint. Franz Wagner is unstoppable tonight. Did the inbound pass just get stolen and dunked on while I was looking away? Oh my God. Kellen's going to launch a three. Ball's going to be wide of bounds, and it's going, wow, this is embarrassing. I looked away. Boncaro immediately stole the inbound pass and dunked it. I looked away to talk to you guys after a bucket, was not expecting another bucket immediately, and the game is probably over now. Well, that's good to know. Chet's not playing good either. Yay. So I know some of you probably going to check out. I'm going to say it in the end. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out if you do. We'll be here for the last couple minutes and go over the end of game stats. A frustrating game again for us Spurs fans.
Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go!
Struggle's real. The struggle is real. We need some Grogu. Chet is playing okay. 22-point games back-to-back. Okay. Is that a pink poop emoji? Bro, when he has... He's got 1 rebound tonight, Jay Fresh, yes. I want to stay at the end as well. Kiss the like button, folks. Chet shouldn't be considered a rookie. I'm sorry. He's in his second year. These NBA rules are weird. I feel bad for him that he missed last year, that he was hurt. But he's benefiting greatly, I'm sure, from being around his team for a full year. But it is what it is. Whoever they vote for. Grogu's saying hi to you all. I bet he have 15. Jay Fresh 15. Whew. I don't know how this is learning progress. That's one thing I've said too. All the blowouts, all the losses, when some people say, hey, let's just keep tanking this year. I'm like, that's not helping the team grow. I don't want a losing mentality and culture with our young players at all. Chet did have some bad games earlier. He did. Rookie of the year is during the playoffs, I think. Mr. Z with the 2. There we go. Go, Spurs, go. Indeed. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Baby Yoda does have claws. When he pets my girlfriend's dog, Bear, he kind of gives him a look like, what are you doing? Or gives me the look, probably, what are you doing? Under 3 minutes ago, Spurs down by 19. Pull-up jumper by... Who the hell is that dude? I don't know who that was. I don't know who most of these guys are for the... I don't know any of these guys are for the Magic except for Anthony Black. Champagne for 3, no good. Gets the ball back. Champagne's going to pass it to... it's going to go actually out of bounds on a deflection. I don't know any of these Magic players are anymore. Well, I recognize... Cole Anthony's still out there. Cole Anthony's out there and Anthony Black. That's it. The rest of the dudes... I got nothing. Got absolutely nothing. Whatever. Kelvin's runner is good. Nets and Raptors are winnable games? Okay. It's a matter of time. We'll be a winning team again. Yes, Jack, it will be. We will be. It's just going to take time. You didn't know any of the Magic starters? What? Seriously? None of them? Cole Anthony for 3. Back to 20-point game. Get your, who the hell is that dude, jersey here, right? You're going to have some of that tonight. JBG, let's not, no political stuff. Oh, my clock is not running. Whoops, my bad. There we go, I'm sorry. I thought we were going to make a comeback early, too. Or, Ken, the way we were closing out that third quarter, I was like, you know what? Maybe we have a chance. Collins' first free throw. Zach Collins at the line for 2, if anybody cares. Orlando did go Steph Curry today. They really did. Exactly, Tech Blitz. A full year. That's an advantage. Whoops, 1 too many points. I'm getting a little slot. Well, that was the right score. Dang it. You built the dynasty with great veteran players, also not a group of young guys, and draft more young guys. We will be in that bubble forever. We have to put veterans around these youths. I mean, Jason, yes, we need some vets. We can't just have a bunch of guys that are in their early 20s. Didn't have a bad game in tournament. Who didn't have a bad game? Who? Wemby? Magic have 15 threes, made their record. Record was 25 earlier this year. Did they only have 15? It seemed like there's so many more than that. And now a foul on... Oh. Fouling on OKK? Okay, sure. Part of getting better is being mediocre for a period of time. Sadly, it is. No pick is going to rocket us up from the bottom league to the top. We need to be respectful before getting to competitors. Dan, you're right. People are expecting David Robinson to turn around or Tim Duncan turn around. Totally different situation. Zach in the paint, layup good. Spurs cut the lead down to 16. There's a chance. I love how bad Wayne game is 10 plus points and 3 blocks. Probably more so the turnovers, Kokoshibo, and just the complete lack of rebounding. Man, they are full Steph Curry on us today. That dude for 3, I don't even, number 2. Not Kawhi Leonard, number 2 for 3. I don't know who the hell that guy is. Keldon for 3. Keldon hitting shots in garbage time. This would have been nice early in the game, Keldon. Just like Devin finally learning how to play basketball in the third quarter. Maybe not wait until the fourth quarter to start hitting your shots. These losses are tiring. And South 77, I don't know what the spread was. It was probably less than this. Magic are just going to dribble the ball out. And then we'll get the ball back. Hopefully we do the same respectably. Just let the clock run. Hopefully we do. Spurs will get the ball. Yes, Leo, 1 rebound for Wemby. Well, hey, Andrew. Thank you for stopping in. Give the water boy a shot. Oh, hey, better late than never. And the Spurs are dribbling out too. So that's the game. If you could hit the thumbs up on the way out, would greatly appreciate you. This was a rough game for the Spurs. Came back a little bit in the third quarter. The fourth quarter was not a good one. Devin was fantastic in the third quarter. Wemby will get trolled after this game. Maybe Devin was fantastic in the third quarter with 23 points. Had 7 in the fourth. Had 0 in the first half. Just very in and apparently we're going to put Veronica in the game. So, sure, why not? Spurs got outscored in every quarter except for the third. We outscored them 41-37. They crushed us in the second, 38-24. And the second quarter was the big difference maker in the game. Let's pull up the final game stats for our Spurs versus the Orlando Magic. I just saw something on as I was pulling up the internet. The same thing it said the Wizards bumbled every draft or every trade this trade season. Okay, whatever. It's not going to be a fun box score to look at for some of my guys as the Spurs drop to 10-42. This is going to be the worst team of all time. All right, for the Magic, worst Spurs team, not the worst team. For the Magic, Bancaro with 16-5-6. Wagner with 34-7-7. Spurs had no answer. He went 13 of 17 from the field, 34 points in only 28 minutes. His career high was 38. He could have easily had that against us if he had the minutes. WCJ with 10 points. Fultz, Markel Fultz, I barely said his name all night. He had only 2 points. And Suggs with 17 off the bench. It's about everybody played for the Magic. Isaac with 9. Okeke with 0. Wagner with 11. Bedazzle with 0. Anthony with 12. Ingles with 8. Harris with 5. Houston with 3. And Black with 0. Dang, a lot of players played off the bench for the Magic, who shot 16 of 27 from beyond the arc. 59%. 59% from beyond the arc. For San Antonio Spurs, Mamu and Devontae Graham still in the doghouse with no playing time. Aside from that, everybody else played. Champ Penny with 8 points. Sohan with 9. Wemby with 15 points. 1 rebound. Just a 1 rebound. 3 blocks. Did have 5 turnovers. That's the rough part of his game that we want to see be corrected for sure. Trey Jones with 10 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals. Vassell, 30 points, with 23 of those coming in the third quarter. He was fantastic in that third and kept us in the game for as long as he could. Zach Collins, actually pretty good off the bench tonight with 12 points. Osman with 3. Keldon Johnson with 12 points, but most of that, a lot of that came in garbage time. And my screen just moved. Branham, disaster tonight. 2 points, 1 of 5 from the field. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. He just cannot hit a 3. Blake Wesley was good off the bench tonight. 25 points, 10 points, 4 of 5 from the field. 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover. Did have 4 fouls, but finished with a +1. So, hey, the worst player plus-minus wise for those keeping track, Jeremy Sohan, -26. Ooh, boy. When Jeremy was on the court, the Spurs were -26 tonight. That is going from suck to blow big time. Damn. Well, my friends, I'm going to call it a night. Be good at the thumbs up if you haven't done so. Please do so on the way out. We'll have a video up tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I already know what I want to do on. And then we'll be back live with Miss TSR for the Spurs versus the Nets Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. A very early Saturday game. So that's going to be a weird one, but that's all I got. So thank you all for tuning in. On behalf of myself, Selena, Baby Yoda, a.k.a. Grogu, and Baby Coyote, what you going to do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!